1. Live! Oh, that was on live.
It's too late at this point.
Whoa! What's
There we
going
are.
on?
There we
We're
are.
live from Studio B.
It's
Beyond Limits.
Live, baby.
get the shares.
This is live.
We've been live for 18 seconds.
18. Now we've been live for 23 seconds.
22.
23.
Here we go.
This is good.
My wife took me to work this morning.
Here?
Yeah, she dropped me off
Why didn't she stay?
because she wanted to get back to the kiddos.
Oh, wow. Cool.
She's gonna come pick me up too.
Man, awesome.
Woo,
Awesome.
That's what's up. That's what the kids say these days.
Corey's-
That's what's up.
Corey's got to open.
I got the open.
Corey's got to open.
Corey.
Wow, we got
Open.
6 people.
Here we go. Oh, I better turn my volume down. Huh?
4.
Good morning, Washington, Greenville, and New Bern. Corey here with the Beyond Limits morning crew. Hoping you are having a lovely Thursday morning. It's currently 43 degrees outside, but guess what? A high
getting hot.
of 76
Yes.
expected today. Sunny throughout the day.
76.
Oh my goodness, 76.
Dude,
man.
I'm wearing
my coat
flip
off
flops,
right
baby.
now.
I'm wearing flip flops.
Well, it's funny because I got this nice little wool North Face pullover on.
That is
I
a
do,
nice
dude.
pullover,
This is
man.
this has been my favorite, man. I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
it looks
and
good
it
on you,
feels
too.
good. It keeps me nice and toasty. But I guarantee you, man, it won't be long after this show's over. I'm gonna be snatching this thing off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's that time of year where it's cold in the morning, and then you can't have anything long sleeve on past.
And the sun's out
Ooh,
till midnight.
Paul's done took
Yes.
his jacket off.
I had to.
yeah, you still getting used to that? The sun being up later.
Yeah,
and all that.
the kids want to stay, like, they're out now
Yes.
until like 8:30, 9
It
o'clock
takes
at night.
so much
and then-
longer to get them to bed now.
Yeah.
So, speaking about kids, we are talking today
Yes, let's talk about this.
about.
This is a serious subject.
It is a
Can
serious
I just
subject.
preface that? And
Sorry, I don't.
It is like a lot of parents are going to be like, I think we're going to get a lot of opinions on this.
I have an opinion on it.
Varying. So yeah,
Yeah.
go.
At what age should your child get a cell phone?
Yeah, man, this is big.
Cellular phone.
This is big, and
So-
I guarantee you, moms are gonna go crazy on our live feed. They're gonna be the biggest participants.
You think so?
I think so.
Because I mean, as a dad, I have a pretty strong opinion about
You
that.
do.
Too.
I'm not saying we. Well, I'm not a dad. But I'm saying males in the relationship
Yeah.
and whatnot. We do when it comes to our kids, but I just feel like moms are gonna be that much more quicker to the beat.
'Cause
They're gonna
we-
be, no,
yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't know. So, Paul, what do you think?
Okay, so I have kids
Yes,
clearly.
yes.
And I've got one that is 11 years old, Noah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come down to the responsibility, the maturity of the kid getting it, because
Right.
he's 11
Okay.
and we didn't go out and buy him one.
Right.
I should say that. I had one given to me by work. It came with my job. So we had a plan that we already had one. Okay, so we
Okay.
were going to lose money or have to pay a lot of money to get out of the plan. So it would have just been
So you had an
sitting there.
extra cell phone.
We had an extra cell
Okay.
phone that was already had data going to it because we weren't going to pay a few $100s
Right.
to get out of a plan.
Right.
So our 11-year-old son Noah has one, and I will tell you, it gives us
Right.
confidence. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe confidence, because if he goes down to the neighbor's house and he's got Easton with him, he really does look out for his younger brother and sister if they're outside playing and something happens. You know, it gives me confidence because he'll text me and say, hey, this is going on. Can we stay a little longer?
Yeah.
It just gives us a little bit connection, and he'll send me like random hearts in the middle of the day.
which
is kinda-
yeah,
That's
pretty
nice.
Cool. I never thought of that.
Yeah,
but that's pretty
nice.
cool.
So, according to a couple of different surveys that we've read, WebMD says that 85% of kids age 14 to 17 have a cell phone.
14 to 17.
Yep,
I
and
agree.
69% of 11 to 14-year-olds have cell phones, and 31% of 8 to 10-year-olds have cell phones.
31, 8
Yep.
to 10.
I got a number in my mind, and my opinion, I don't have kids. You know, I don't have kids, so but I think 10.
You
But
think 10?
I like the features. They have features now where all they can do is text, and they can only
Mhm.
text certain people.
Right.
You can control that, and they
Yeah.
can make phone calls. And I guess I said it earlier. My biggest thing is, they get separated from you like at an amusement park.
There you
yeah,
go.
that's
There's an
Yeah.
emergency. I like that.
You're
If I
right.
was a father,
Uh-huh.
I'd have that comfort knowing, hey, my kid can call me if something's wrong or
Yeah.
I lose them. or
definitely
something.
tons to talk about on this.
Absolutely. So hop up on the live stream, Your Daily Show on Facebook. You're going to see us. And we want to know, at what age do you think a child is good to get a cell phone?
20.
We want to hear. But right now, Diamonds by Hulk Nelson.
Fluid.
Wow, what time, what age?
Kids get cell phones.
Yes, they got a cell phone debate. Oh man,
Corey,
I told
Corey,
you.
Can I be honest with you, man?
Tell me something.
I don't know. I don't think you need to preface. I'm not a parent. Because
Yeah.
I think that we've established that you're a smart enough person that you can form a educated opinion on this.
Yeah, and I think it's a good
Yeah.
opinion too. Nancy's
Some
with
people,
me.
some people don't.
So I
know
can't
I'm
say
not
how
a
to
parent.
Corey or Doug.
Well, by default, you just did.
What did you say?
That's my favorite. I love doing that. Did you switch back to the Yeti?
Yeah, we're on the Yeti. So Nancy Lee says, based on the maturity of the child and activities child has after school. Mm-hmm. Her daughter got one when 11, son received one at 13. So different ages, but based off...
Did you already? Yeah, William H. Did you see his?
Based on maturity, 100%, Jessica Lemon. William H. got his at 12. That seems to be the age.
So Isabel is she'll turn 11 here next month.
Yes.
And she has a cell phone.
Yeah.
But it's not a it doesn't. She can't make calls outside of Wi-Fi, and it's one of our old cell phones.
yeah.
So it's not like she can tote it with her to church because we don't let her have the church Wi-Fi stuff. So it's not like she can tote it with her to church and call people. But they're able to play games, and she's able to communicate with, like, at work. Same thing, like you were talking. You know, like Liz will be home with the kids, and I'll get a message from Isabel or Madeline. Hi, Daddy, and you know that really makes me smile. That's good times. So, what age should kids get cell phones?
Well, as you see, you already said Nancy. She commented, and then William H. gave some good feedback. He says 12. He gave his at 12. And like I was saying earlier, he said that it was pre-programmed. He could only he only had 4 numbers he could call.
Yeah.
And no extra apps, and it can only basically access kid-specific educational sites.
That's not bad.
Pretty cool.
So Steve Loper said no phone until 8th grade in their house.
How old was it? 8th grade.
So 8th grade's middle school.
6, 7, 8,
Teen,
11,
just starting to be a
12,
teenager.
14.
14?
Right around 14.
Okay,
14.
so 69% of 11 to 14-year-olds. Hey, so Steve, do you have to deal with any fallout? Like, all my friends have cell phones. Why can't I have a cell phone?
To be sure. Absolutely.
But how do you
does.
handle that? I mean, I know there's some of that, but how do you hey, over 70% of the kids already have cell phones at that time. So
that being said, there is another app that is really good on cell phones.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the GPS app.
Yeah.
So you can tell where your kid is, even if you've got them restricted. You could put this app on there, and you see exactly where they are in real time, what they're doing, and where they've been. And if they get in trouble in whatever situation they get in trouble, they hit one button, and it'll send an alert to you. Hey, I'm here and I need help for whatever reason.
That's great. And now my kids are homeschooled, so my kids aren't at school.
Yeah.
They're not. You know, I don't have that.
So it's like, hey, I need help. I'm in the bathroom.
So right.
You know,
Yeah.
hey, we're out of toilet paper. Red button.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop
So here's
hitting
what
the
they
alert
do.
button.
Here's what they do. Here's what the boys do. Daddy, I'm done.
That's the red button.
That's the
I need
red
help.
button. Yeah, that's the red button.
Ours start doing their own
You're
laundry
right.
at
Hey,
7.
so
That's
awesome.
That's good, yeah.
Our kids sort
Your kids need to
and
hang out with my
fold,
kids.
but they do not like. Well, I don't know. They'll put it in the dryer and we'll switch them over. They do a little bit of it. So teachers assign things for kids to do on their cell phones.
Holly.
Hey, look, that's great. So Loper says that his 5th grader has a watch that can call 5 people. $5 a month.
They do have that. They do
That
have a
is
watch.
fantastic. $5 a month.
Yeah, the
you got
watch
5
only.
people. Can you text?
I don't know.
For which watch is this?
It's a smart watch.
Good morning,
but
Corey.
They're only allowed 5
He said good morning.
5 contacts in it. So they tap a button on their watch and they can call.
But you don't know what like me. It's not an Apple Watch, obviously.
No,
It's something like that.
It is, but not all the apps come on it. It is, they
I'm
get 5
telling you, man. I'm
contacts.
wondering if kids should. This is really nifty.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
Jessica, what kind of stuff do they assign kids?
when you
on
think
phones?
about this right here in itself. Okay, so I'm looking at this. This only has certain app. You can't get on websites with this.
Yeah, but you can't play games on that.
No, you can't.
But
I'm
do-
thinking,
and
That's what most kids
I'm
want.
thinking from a safety security thing, which has been my push for this. Well, I'm a
Gizmo. It's called a gizmo.
yeah, but they can call and they can text on
Gadgets
this
and
thing.
gizmos galore.
But
That's a
they
line
can't-
from.
There's no
Little Mermaid.
app. I'm looking at it right now. You can download apps to this, but there's only certain ones you can download.
Yeah.
So it's got Facebook Messenger.
Cool.
That
This
might be
is good.
That might be
Good!
I really
Apple
think
Watch.
the age is going to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have an Apple Watch.
I love my Apple Watch.
I just didn't wear it this morning.
I sometimes I walk out and forget it because I do. You have to. It's only the battery on it is good, but you need to charge it. It'll last a whole day and then some.
A day and a half, about
Day and a
right?
half.
That's what about. That's
Yes,
what I
I
They can
typically
text.
put mine on the charger every night.
So yeah, they can text from it.
Okay.
From
the
watch,
watch?
from the watch, and it's teen contacts now.
You know what I'm saying? And, a kid would think this is cool. They would.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
they
you
would
got
think.
you'd have to get the smaller one because that's
Yeah,
kids' wrists are just.
they are. They're
Yeah.
tiny. They do. They get the smaller one. I think Deani has the smaller one of this. So yeah,
Elizabeth
maybe
does,
that's
so
not a
you're
bad
right.
idea.
Yep, she's got the more dainty one.
you could deck your kid. You could take your kid. You'd be spoiling them a bit. You gotta be careful. But
Yeah.
you could get them that, and you get them some AirPods to go with it, and then they're listening to music.
So
and-
I agree
yeah.
that we're talking maturity level,
Yeah.
but there are ways that you can monitor, right, what your
Everything.
kids
Oh, yeah.
are doing, what they're. So in theory, you might have my daughter's 12. I'm giving her a phone, but I'm not giving my son a phone until he's 14. But in theory, couldn't you give them one at 12 and just really monitor what they do and restrict what they access?
Another good point. Jessica's coming out of the park with it.
Come on, Jessica,
So
let's go.
A lot of their assignments are on the internet now, like
Google Classroom.
Google Chrome. Like they have Chromebooks now, and if your kid doesn't have a Chromebook, it is setting them behind. It almost is setting them behind at a disadvantage because
Yeah.
all the other kids are
Chromebooks?
and they're cheap. They are relatively speaking cheap.
Better than having to get like Mac Airs.
Yeah, so a lot of them don't get paper homework
Wow.
for some of these classes anymore. They're done on the internet. So that's a good
So
point.
Amanda said that they were reluctant to get a smartphone this year, but she's 12 in 7th grade, but she stays after school for sports and really truly needs it for communication. Which reminds me of when I got my first phone. So I cut grass.
Yeah.
And I had my dad. I was 16 years old, and this is, back when I was 16.
Yeah.
They weren't all in a bag, but they were large.
Yeah.
But he gave me a phone when I would go cut grass. If I had anything happen to the truck, or if there was any emergency or anything, I
Yeah.
had to call people.
And that's stay after school, like she said,
Yeah.
stays after school, and that makes sense. Hey,
Yeah.
practice is in early. Hey, practice got canceled because of weather.
Yep.
And so it's no more of you wandering or just randomly showing up or trying to call the coach. You just or
Look, dude.
reverse. Hey, we got to pick you up early from practice because we got
Yes.
this going on. So be ready when we get there.
Mhm.
So I think it helps both sides
And I'm just
out.
telling y'all, I don't want to give my 12-year-old or 11-year-old a $700-800 phone because. So, all right, good question. Good follow-up question here. How many of y'all's kids have lost phones or broke them early, prematurely?
My son has lost his phone. If Melissa's watching, she's probably counting it. He's lost his phone maybe 6 or 7 times, but we got the iPhone app.
Yeah.
So you find
my phone.
Find my phone.
Yeah.
And one time we searched all over, and before Melissa was at work, we searched all over. So I got her, because she knows how to do all that, I got her to hit the Find My iPhone.
Right.
And it was in her car at the hospital. Like it was pinging at the hospital. So they had left it in the Tahoe, and she drove to work.
But what
So
if the battery's dead?
it does, I'm guessing, the last known location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Sounds about right.
So I just that's my concern. Like if I'm giving,
Well, then,
if I'm giving Isabel, I worry less about Isabel, but like my sweet Madeline, man, she's a ball of fire, and dude, she'll whatever squirrel. She's like her daddy, like
Yeah.
whoo,
Yeah.
and oh yeah, my cell phone, and I left it in this place 5 hours ago. Right?
Yeah.
David Hicks,
Yes.
What happened?
7 kids, coming from a family that has 7 kids.
I thought I had a lot of kids.
We're gonna pray. I feel like we need to pray for him right now.
No, man. Having that many kids are great.
David Hicks.
Children are a blessing from the Lord.
iPads work wonders. They have apps that can talk, text on Wi-Fi. My 17-year-old has a phone. Then I have
He has
then
it from
I
9 to
have
1.
from 9 to 1. Yeah, that I have from 9 to 1. Cool. Could you imagine a cell phone bill for 7 kids?
Negative, sir.
That's
No,
crazy.
so in
7
my house,
kids.
let's count this up. In my house,
Let's.
we have my iPad, Elizabeth's iPad, like the Gen 1 iPad, and another fairly old iPad.
Yeah.
We have 3 of the Amazon things
Yeah.
that my in-laws got my kids for Christmas one year, which are great. I have my iPhone. Elizabeth has her iPhone. Isabel has one like this, my
Yeah.
old one like this, the big one. Madeline has a smaller one like this that was my dad's old phone that he gave.
Yeah.
So,
But
they
is that connected?
connected to Wi-Fi,
Okay.
and
gotcha.
and they can text their friends, but they don't take it out of the house with them.
Yeah. Good. I mean, yeah.
Welcome back, Corey.
Yes, thank you, Amanda Paramore. Happy to be here.
So it seems everybody seems to be within that 11 to
I say
14.
10.
Corey's
I'm
a
telling you.
tenor.
10 o'clock. I mean 10 o'clock. 10.
10-year-old.
Age 10. I don't know why. I don't know why 10 is that much better than 9.
double digits.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's a big
10.
thing. I remember when
So I
Isabel
got
turned
mine.
10,
I got
was like,
mine when I was I think when I was 16. I think I was 16. I think I was a sophomore in high school. I think I got mine. But
How many of your friends had them before?
and
then?
that's the thing.
Yeah,
They
none of my
did.
friends had cell
They
phones.
did. And
I
this
was
is
like one of
back,
the
so man,
first.
I'm getting old. So this was almost 10 years ago. Actually longer than that because I
Right.
graduated so I was
Yeah,
I was
Almost 10 years.
I wish
16.
I wish I was graduating high school 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, so that was so really it was more like 11 or 12 years ago.
I've already passed my 20-year high school reunion.
So, but even during that time, yes,
Ah.
kids did they'd have them, and I remember, and I'll tell you this, and now that I'm thinking about something else, and maybe this is less of a problem for certain people, but I wouldn't want my kid to be the one to go up to, hey, can I borrow your phone? Can I borrow your phone? Because I was that kid, but I wasn't doing it a lot. But I had a good friend of mine who had a cell phone, and I would ask to use it so I could call my parents. So that was the way I lobbied for a phone, which was a good reason when you think
Yeah, it
about
was.
it. It was.
It
It's
was.
like, hey, I'm constantly asking my friend for
And
a phone.
what happens if the friend ain't there? Do you just stand there, or do you have to go ask a teacher?
Gotta go ask a teacher. Gotta go use the phone. I mean,
Yeah, in the office,
you gotta
yeah.
use something.
So, Corey, did they have payphones back when you were in high school?
Are they completely gone? Do they still have them in airports?
I
and
feel
stuff?
like I've still see payphones.
Maybe.
Not as much, but I still
Yeah.
feel like I still see them.
So,
Hotels.
Okay, the Holderness
Yeah.
But
family.
they're not like the
Right,
coin,
the Holderness
you know?
family. Do y'all keep up with? Do y'all know who they are? They do the Holderness family. They do all these funny skits and stuff around Christmas time and videos. They're real popular. But they were doing a skit the other day or a video, and were looking for a payphone, and they just couldn't find one. They drove around for like 3 hours trying to find a payphone.
Yeah, I think they're
So-
pretty much obsolete for the most part.
Corey needs a pager.
Brian White, you say I never
I would-
answer my phone. That is not true. I just answered your phone call last night when I was about to roll. Stopped everything I was
Great.
doing to talk to you, Brian White. Talking about I need a pager.
Man, I'll tell you, and that's something because on the SWAT team we had, before everybody had the smartphones, because you
Yeah.
know how you get one now, we had pagers.
Yeah.
So the call out page for the SWAT team would come on a pager. And then they gave us Blackberries because Blackberries used to be the heat, and then it switched over to
Yeah.
like whatever iPhones or whatever we got
Yeah.
now. How much time, Joel?
20 seconds.
Gone.
20.
All right, we'll switch it over to the mics. Now.
Yeah.
I want, man. It's 7:20. Why do I want sushi?
I'm in. I'm going to use my cell phone to call Corey and let him know that I'm going to go eat sushi with him.
Dude, I just had a craving. I looked up and looked at y'all. I was like, it's 7:28.
Master sushi chef.
Absolutely. And owner Leo Chin. I
Only
want
the
some
finest.
sushi.
Only the finest.
That's right. I don't know why. I just literally had a craving.
I love
man.
it, dude. I'm in on sushi. So we're talking this morning about what age should kids get cell
Yes.
phones, and it's a polarizing
This is a big
topic
topic.
because people are all over the place on it, and even in here, Corey's
I'm saying 10.
10,
Age
Paul's
10.
saying
11.
11, and
yeah.
I'm kind of 11, 12. We're talking about it being a lot has to do with maturity.
Yeah. And
Right.
hey, you talking about me now. Like, I just told y'all earlier, I got mine, I think, at age 16. So I think
me
I was,
too.
I think
I
I
was-
was a
I was
sophomore in
16.
high school, 16 years old, but there were stipulations. Now, there weren't any features. Now, this was an old, this was
Hey,
an
I could
older,
play Tetris on mine.
Yeah.
Was it a razor?
No, man, but I remember those,
Yes.
and those were the ones to get.
Those
That
were
was the heat.
bad.
But I didn't, man. And this was back when
Heat.
my parents were with U.S. Cellular, so they got me a flip phone. They got me and my
Okay.
brother a flip phone for Christmas.
Yeah.
And it wasn't much, but I thought I was something
Dude, it's
cool,
awesome.
man.
You remember those
But-
phones that used to have the slide out keyboard?
Yes, I wanted one of those too, and I had one of those.
Dude, I had one, and we were driving. Me and Elizabeth were driving to Kentucky to visit her dad, and she's like, "Oh, I love your new phone." Blah blah. Ploop, and she dropped it right in a cup of
Oh,
water,
man.
and it
Yeah.
totally ruined
How
it.
about the Blackberries?
I was never a BlackBerry guy.
I was.
I had one, and I really liked it.
You did?
Yeah, there was like a big craze, man, back
there
I don't know,
was
10
huge
years
craze.
ago.
You weren't cool if you didn't have a
Yeah.
BlackBerry.
Well, it wasn't.
I just wasn't cool.
It was not just the BlackBerry, but you just mentioned it, the little flip or slide phones.
Yes,
with the keyboards.
I had that.
Those things were
Mhm.
hot, man. And if you had one of those, you were something. Now it's just, it's all about the iPhone or the Droid, and
Yes.
no keyboard. That's the way it is. But talking about cell phones, man, I'm getting a little. I don't know why I'm so hungry.
Dude, sushi.
Do you know what else I'd like? Donut.
Dude, I could always go
A
for a
donut.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And you talking about donuts, man? How about this kid has delivered 75,000 of them, man?
What?
75. An 11-year-old has delivered 75,000 donuts to police officers in 41 states.
That's wild.
You want to know his name?
Yes.
Tyler Karak. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right.
You
Yeah.
normally do. You're
But
good at that.
Tyler Karak is an 11-year-old, and he just decided that he enjoyed what cops did so much that he wanted to deliver donuts for him.
Stuff. Oh, wow.
So he's
75,000.
delivered
Wow.
75,000
Where does this-
donuts to cops.
75,000 in 41 states. Yet he still eats them, even though he says he's sick of them. An 11-year-old is saying he's sick of donuts.
I'm never sick of donuts.
But
After 75,000, I can see why.
That's
So both of
crazy.
y'all have been cops. I mean, do y'all eat a lot of donuts?
no, that's a big no.
Is that a
Hold
misnomer?
on. It happens.
You
it
wanna?
happens.
Do you want to know where that came from?
Yes.
Where?
In,
Tell
in,
me.
in the old days,
Mhm.
I say the old days, but pre-Paul and Corey being a cop, the only business that would be open would be Krispy Kreme.
Ah.
So cops would visit Krispy Kreme at 1
Early.
and 2 in the
Okay.
morning because they're the only thing open.
Yeah.
So they got the stigma that cops love, which they do because they're they're
I love-
delicious.
I love
but
donuts too.
that was the only business that'd be open.
Okay.
So
Well, that
cops
makes
got
sense.
associated with
Yeah.
donuts because
That's good to know.
Well, I can tell you.
Y'all
that-
dropping some knowledge
well,
this morning.
and I'll tell you this: the Krispy Kreme here in Greenville at 14 Charles, they are extremely supportive of law enforcement.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
that's
it's like
awesome.
they love to see us. Like you walk in there and it's like, oh, it's a police officer, So, but yeah,
that is
75,000, an 11-year-old for him to be so young and to be thinking about other people like that, especially
love
law
it.
enforcement officers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's just great stuff to hear, man. But hey, we are rocking and a rolling here in the station this morning. Don't forget, hop on the live feed. This is a big, big topic. What age should your kid get a cell phone?
Woo.
We'll be right back.
That sounded really good.
That sounded really good.
Hey,
That sounded good.
smooth.
That sounded good.
Come on, come on, come
I'm
on.
getting
come on.
excited about
Come on.
Krispy Kreme
Come on.
donuts and
I
coffee.
had a BlackBerry and I loved it.
I did,
Yeah,
man.
Liz had a BlackBerry
Switch to
too.
the Yeti.
I did, man. So I went through a period. I had that. The first phone I ever had was that. I remember the cover I got for it. It was so stupid. I shouldn't have got that thing.
I'm so
I went
glad we
through this-
went there. Great job.
Man,
Cover
I went.
for the what?
Huh?
You got a cover?
So, you could get covers, like hard plastic covers for the flip phones.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
And there,
I never had a cover for
Man, I went through this phase, man. This was before, I was on with Beyond Limits and, doing Christian devotionals. But I had I had a bunch of money. Thing is, I was like a big baller or whatever. It was so stupid. But I had that, and
Good
so I
morning,
had-
Scott.
That was my first phone. What was my second phone? I think I got the BlackBerry. I couldn't have been. No, I got one of my mom's old phones. She transferred it over to me, so I had that. 2. Good Lord, there's no telling, man. Then I think I had that little. Then I had the little slide.
Yep.
Slide one with the keyboard.
Did you? I had one that had an antenna on it that
Antenna.
you could
Oh,
pull
yeah.
out and watch. Like I could watch. That was the first phone that I could watch football on.
Yeah.
I'll never. I mean,
With
I could
an
pull it
antenna.
out, and we'd set it at the end of the table. We were at Myrtle Beach, and we'd set it at the end of the table, and everybody.
Good morning, Scott.
Do you remember Alltel?
I
Yeah.
wasn't no.
Autel, Boost Mobile.
You used to have your Fave 5 with Alltel. I don't even know how
What's
I
a
remember
Vir-
that.
What's Virgin Mobile? Wasn't that a cell phone company?
It still
That
is.
might
It still
still be
is?
it.
Yeah, I think.
But
it's
are they
up
like?
north.
They're not predominantly.
Brandon Nicholson said good morning.
Are they like up in Canada?
Good morning,
or something?
sir.
I want to say they're still in New York. Like
New
they
York.
hit the huge, like instead of paying for money in the middle of nowhere and using all that, they stick to New York City. They
Yeah.
stick to Charlotte, and so they'll have 1, 2,
Are we
3
talking Virgin?
Virgin. They'll have 1, 2, or 3 towers just inside the city.
Yeah.
Because they're making their money off the several million that are there, like in New York City. You know, and they're saying that's fine for us. We're cool, and they're surviving by doing it.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey,
That's it. It's important to find a business plan and
what are
stick
you
to it.
thinking about? Like, you remember? Did y'all go through? Did y'all ever have to have like? You remember when everybody was just downloading ringtones, man?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And
Now-
you were downloading like
Yeah.
songs as ringtones.
Yes, you were. So one of the phones, actually, the first phone and the other one that I had, and probably the other one after that, I would record. Like we'd be riding down the road, and I'm like, "Oh man, that's my song! Hey man, turn it up! I gotta get this ringtone." And I would record it,
Yep.
and the sound quality would never really be that good. But I would record
So
it.
I miss this phase.
Yes, man,
Nah,
I
yeah,
would do
that's a real
that,
phase.
and
And I'd miss a lot of phases if it wasn't for my wife. Like
That's
she
a real
kept
phase.
me kind of cool even when I was dating her back.
Yeah.
15 years. So me and Elizabeth were what year did you graduate?
high
high
school,
school.
2009.
Okay, so Elizabeth and I were married.
Yeah,
We'd been married a couple years. So
2009.
she kept me cool.
yeah, I remember that, man.
Still keeps me cool.
God, that was such a phase, bro.
I don't remember that.
A phase. Hey man, I gotta get this ringtone, and then everybody's like, "Oh, I gotta get this phone." And cell phones are good. Now I don't. Now I would be kind of ashamed to have a ringtone on my phone. Almost. I don't know. It's like,
this
I would be
starts ringing.
ashamed.
Hey, do you
but
do this like when I call somebody? And look, I'm really sorry for those of you out there who still have them, and this just could be me. But when I call somebody and they have a ringback tone, I do this.
No, when I say,
Ringback tone.
I
This
think
ringback
I'm
tone sponsored to you by
I think
Verizon
I'm being
Wireless.
more ashamed of
But
the
then
music I had on my ringtone back when I was that
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of stupid.
Dude, I've always had Rocky Top, man. Rocky Top. That's
Oh,
always
man.
been my
Did you really?
yeah. Always been my ringback tone. Always been my.
See, I'd probably rock that now and be fine. With
I
it.
really
As a
don't think.
ringtone.
Oh,
that-
the Nextel walkie talkies.
You remember?
You
I
do
never
that
had
now?
one.
That was
Hey,
I was very.
These things have walkie talkies.
Do they really?
I know.
Yes.
Is there anybody awake that you can walkie-talkie right
I
now?
bet
Bag
you-
phone,
oh,
freshman in
hold on.
college.
Let me see if Biani is.
Hey, Brittany. I had to say hi to her. I'm sorry. She's like, this is Brittany's.
Hey, babe,
first time
are
I've
you
seen her
awake
on
yet? This thing is actually. I haven't used it. Could not connect. I haven't used it in a while, and with her, she's the only one I use it with.
Yeah.
Is that the
But
walkie-talkie thing?
yeah, it's pretty nifty
phone.
though.
That's awesome.
So it's on Corey's phone.
Yep.
Hold it right here in
So
front
it's
of this
it's on
camera,
my
and
it's
let me
on my
switch.
it's on my it's right there. It's that icon there.
All
I'm
right,
telling you, man.
Can you tap it? Just see what it looks like.
Yep. Oh lordy, hold on a minute.
Sorry.
hey, so if you're just hopping on, we're talking
There you go.
phones
So it
this
just says
morning.
talk
What age?
like that,
Uh huh.
and you just press the talk button, and then that's it.
And then
Awesome.
it's a walkie-talkie.
What age should kids get cell phones? We're also talking, I guess, ages that we got cell phones, and we're just going down cell phone memory lane this morning. But we're wondering, when should kids get phones?
When should kids get phones? Brandon Nicholson said he got a bag phone when he was a freshman in college.
Yeah. What is a bag
So,
phone?
Give me. I'm gonna.
What is a bag phone?
What is a bag phone?
Yeah,
You don't-
bag
It
phone.
came in a
Oh my
bag.
goodness! You don't know what a bag phone is.
Can you
Oh, yes.
Google that for him? My sister had one
21.
when she was 16.
Good Lord, 21.
But a bag phone was one that was placed inside your car.
Yeah.
Right,
And it came in a leather bag.
Dude, have you never
typically-
seen Saved by the Bell?
Well, he didn't have a bag phone. He
Yeah.
had the gray
The big-
the gray
Yeah,
phone with the
right.
huge antenna. But
That's
a bag phone would be in your car. You'd plug it into your cigarette outlet, and
Yeah.
almost every time you had to have,
Ah.
almost every time you had to have
I remember seeing that.
an antenna mounted to the top of your car. It wouldn't be big, but it'd be an antenna to give you that extra reception. But you definitely have. You weren't carrying that with you all day long.
No.
It stayed in your car. Yeah.
Dang, man, that's pretty awesome.
Robbie says 16 and it'll be a flip phone. You know,
A bag phone. I remember when my mom first got a cell phone. So now we're really talking. I think when they first started
you've never
really
heard of a
getting.
bag phone either? Oh, you were so young.
So like in the 80s, you had the bricks, right? In the 80s, in the early 90s, you
Yeah.
had the bricks. So in like the mid to late 90s, I remember my mom. This was when cell phones were really starting to pick up in development. But she still had like almost like a brick, but it was like one of those phones. So it'd be almost like a brick, but then you had the little thing that you flip, and you still had the antenna like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like the first one I remember her getting.
That sounds like a Zach. Have you seen Saved by the Bell?
Yes.
Zach Morris. That sounds like his.
Yes.
You flip the bottom.
This was black. This was a black phone.
His was gray or something.
I remember she had that, and that thing was still pretty big. And then it got progressively smaller. It was like they just shrunk the battery on it. And then it was like each phone my mom got from there on out just got smaller and smaller. And then
The
oddly
Zach
enough,
Morris phone, baby. That's all over. That's what we talking about.
That was
the gray brick phone. Robbie Strayer.
Look at Jessica Lemon's post.
There's a lot of good stuff coming on right here.
So for the parents that don't know, kids apparently, this is what Jessica Lemon is advised. Kids give away and sell cell phones at school. There's several apps for free call text. As long as they are connected to Wi-Fi, they can use it in any way. So be aware.
So that's what we do. We do Wi-Fi. We don't have cellular data plans for our kids.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
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 Well, you can go.
There was like 5 ads in a
You
row
can
right
go.
there.
You can go to the Walmart,
Yeah.
and you can recycle your phone.
coffee.
Yeah. How does that work? So they have the box there.
So what about phones for? Go ahead. We'll talk about that.
Continue. How about phones for?
Phones for what?
Soldiers.
Soldiers.
They have those boxes that you can donate phones for soldiers.
Well,
Now that's a good idea.
How does supposedly you make money when you deposit your cell phone, old cell? Have you been in the malls, the Greenville Mall?
Yeah.
There's a box that says deposit your old cell phone here. So you clear it out of all your stuff, but how do you get money for that? I'm wondering how that works.
I don't know. I want to say I tried to use one time years ago because I was trying to get some extra money, but I don't know if it can somehow read the condition of the phone or what. But you can go in there and you can actually, I think you can take damaged cell phones.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
So there's some kind of elementary value of a phone. I when I was in college, and I was in biology class, there was some kind of, I remember hearing some unique fact or reading about one or it being taught in some kind of lesson that there was a battery phone, a cell phone battery contained a certain percentage of gold. Actually,
Wow.
Okay. So that's why you shouldn't just throw away your old cell phones. You should just donate them. It's pretty interesting. I gotta see if I can dig this up. But yeah, I remember that. But even still, cell phones. I mean, they're not worthless, even if they're worthless. I guess that's what I should say. They'd rather you turn them in and they can do something with them.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna tell you.
Cell phone batteries. Let's see what that turns up. How much gold is there in a mobile phone? Here you go. How much gold is, Megan? The very rough numbers that there are 10 troy ounces of gold, or about 3/5 of a pound, per ton of smartphones. So a very small amount in one phone. Very small. Pretty much worthless. However, 10,000 phones weigh 1 ton. With gold selling for $1,580 per ounce, that would yield $15,800 worth of gold. So let me break that down one more time. 10,000 cell phones weigh 1 ton. With gold selling for about $1,580 per ounce, that would yield $15,800. So 10,000 cell phones gets you about $1,600, $16,000, somewhere in there. A little, so yeah. So
Really?
yeah. So listen, this is where it comes from. How much gold is there in a smartphone? In very rough numbers, there are 10 troy ounces of gold.
10 ounces of
10
gold.
troy ounces. I don't know what the difference is.
How much is a troy ounce worth of gold?
Well, when you get
Which
to a
which
ton,
type
it's
of battery is
10,000.
best? Why is there gold in phones? Here we go. The materials recovered are reused in new electronics parts, and the gold and other precious metals are melted down and sold as ingots to jewelers and investors, as well as manufacturers who use gold in circuit boards or mobile phones, because gold conducts electricity even better than copper. So that's why there's some small amount of gold, even if it's that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about that.
So I'm guessing they don't need to know their screen.
So do
if it's
smartphones
broken.
have gold
Every
in
day
them?
I'm amazed at your knowledge, Corey.
Well,
And
this
then-
is just useless
Except for that
information.
one day when you asked if hummingbirds have.
They
It's
are
very, I'm very, it's very
continuously-
the knowledge just comes very
I'm
sporadic.
continuously amazed.
Okay, here we go. How much precious metals are in a cell phone? To put some more numbers on it, the EPA, whatever that is, states that for every 1 million cell phones recycled, we can get, this is better, can get these amounts of precious metals: 3,274 pounds of copper, 772 pounds of silver, and 75 pounds of gold. But that's
how
for
many
1 million cell phones. That gives you an idea
so
just how
Google
much
this.
the elements.
Hey Siri, how many cell phones are in operation in the U.S.?
Ooh, that's good. That's a good fact. Corey Flaw added this, and this makes sense. The cell phone companies want the phones back
Yeah.
because the gold that they get from it is tax-free
Yeah.
because it is quote-unquote recycled.
Yeah.
So all that money they get to
Isn't
keep
that
under
cool?
the label of recycled.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, it's smart. Hey, no, don't throw away your
Okay.
phone.
Oh my goodness!
We'll roll with it.
In 2018,
Yes.
around 1.56 billion smartphones were sold worldwide.
Sold.
In 1 year.
But man, like how often?
Wow.
And now obviously I'm older and just a little
Holy
more wiser.
smokes.
Like this phone has been up for an upgrade for a while now, but I don't want one.
Holy smokes!
But that just goes to show you, the consumer appetite. Like this phone there's nothing wrong with it other than a crack, but I don't care. But everything else, man, I love this phone. I'm not gonna get a new one, but I did have a mindset for a while. If I was up for a new upgrade, I was gonna get a new phone because
Yeah.
I used to be really excited. Oh, I'm gonna get a new phone.
New phones coming out or whatever. it
Yeah,
is,
and now I'm like, I don't really care. But that just goes to show you, Americans buy phones a lot.
So that was
Yeah.
A
worldwide.
lot.
This is
Remember it being.
so the
5
number of
megapixels.
U.S. smartphone
Yes.
users.
Oh yeah.
The number of U.S. smartphone users is estimated to be more than 230 million people.
Well, there's only 350 million, give or take, in the United States. So
There's
that's
257.3 million smartphone users in the U.S. now. That's right.
Wow.
67% of U.S. population uses a smartphone. 74% of the U.S. homes. And, man, when was this done?
Yeah.
2000. This was in 2017, so they're projecting.
Robbie said they're just going to cause your battery to drain faster on the next update, Corey. Remember when when Apple got caught draining your battery? Like they purposefully installed stuff
Yeah,
in
they
your
still
phone
do that.
to drain
But you
your
know
battery.
what? God bless them. I love Apple.
They just
Yeah.
gotten around.
So that makes sense now. Like you can give not Apple. It's like I have Verizon. So like if I want to go get a new phone and I have a cracked phone and it's cracked all slam up, the thing will still be worth a little bit, not a lot, but it'll be enough. I can put it towards my new
Yeah.
cell phone purchase.
Yeah.
Makes sense now.
Or you
'cause
can
it's
melt it
very
down and
ba-
put it in your tooth for a filling.
It's just it's actually more beneficial for them to have that phone just from I guess the value of it for like I guess the gold, silver, because
So-
over time.
Brandon Nicholson's going to stick a drop your cell phones
Yeah.
at Kinston Dental Associates. There's going to be a leave your cell phones here.
I still have
So,
one.
what age should children
Have cell phone.
Have cell
have
phones.
cell phones?
Yes.
That's awesome.
We want to know your opinion. This is a great topic.
It really seems like it's going to be between 10, 11, all the way to up from there on.
So again,
Yeah.
we've already read these this morning, but in case you missed it, 85% of 14 to 17-year-olds have cell phones. 69% of 11 to 14-year-olds have them, and 31% of 8 to 10-year-olds have them. Now, that's a big
What was
age
the first
range.
number?
85 of 14 to 17-year-olds. That's a big age range. So let's break it down into particular years. All right, 20% of third graders have cell phones. 25% of fourth graders have them. 39% of fifth graders have them, and 83% of middle schoolers have them.
Boom. And that's what we need right there. JoJo Bonner,
JoJo, bring it strong.
thank you. Number 2. I like that. Because when the show ends... That's
Yes.
funny. That's funny, Robbie. When the show ends here and I click a little button and we say, all right, see you later, or however we end it. As soon as I click that button, we start uploading to YouTube because I have one person who mandates that I upload to YouTube, and that's my mom. They refuse, my mom and dad refuse to get Facebook. So in order for them to see the show, we have to upload to YouTube. Now,
Yeah.
they hadn't quite figured out that it's not live on YouTube. So, like, they're answering questions that we've asked 2.5 hours ago.
Oh, wait, they're going to do this.
And she'll call,
Aw.
Mom will call or text and be like, hey, we like, this part, or we think this. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, nah,
Hey, Miss Debbie.
it's not live.
40 seconds.
Oh, whoa. 40
Hey,
seconds.
we
Corey,
got-
40 seconds.
We got 40 seconds, Corey.
Hey, Miss
So yeah,
Debbie.
she's a little behind. So yeah, she's gonna see your smiles and everything. I would suppose if they pop up on the screen.
Oh, Lordy.
It's really cool.
Paul, this is you.
Yes. Hey, I'm gonna open with that one, the kid from last night, but it's not gonna take long.
Oh,
And then we'll-
take all
and
the
then
time you
Corey's
want,
got the
baby.
hook.
Yes, I got the hook.
Switching mics.
Got the
In
hook.
3, 2, 1. Our mic start.
Hey guys, welcome to our mic. Yeah, so the comment section is blowing up, but I have something, man, that happened last night. I have got to
What
tell y'all
happened,
about,
dude?
and this
Come
is
on.
cool. And I'm looking into the live stream. This is awesome. So I'm the student pastor at Temple Church in Greenville, North Carolina, Fire Tower Road. Come visit us. It's awesome. But we're there last night, and we have a business meeting, an impromptu business meeting. So
Okay.
I have to end by 7:55. I've got to be at the business meeting. All right.
Voting
So
on carpet.
I give the message and everything, and it's one of those messages we talked about the other day where it's like, man, I really feel like it's going nowhere. And it was a packed room last night. We probably had 50 in there, 45,
Wow.
50 in there. And like at the end, I always give an invitation at the end because despite me, God will use whatever he's going to use to get somebody saved. And it was awesome. And so this one new kid, and his name was Garth, and I'd noticed him over to the right. He was definitely paying attention, raised his hand and was like, yeah, I want to get saved. So we get into this room after it's over with.
Yes.
And normally it'll take 4, 5, 6, however long it takes is going to take, and
Right.
we're there for the duration. But normally they have some kind of general knowledge about God, about the Bible, who Jesus Christ was.
We're in America.
Right. And so we get into the room, and I was like, man, okay, so because you got to find that ground level, that base point, where to start from.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so did you grow up in church, or what is your knowledge of church? Where are you at? And he goes, well, I grew up, but my dad was like Mormon, so not really. I said, okay, so I'm about to start where sin began, the purpose, the need for Jesus Christ. And I said, so like Adam and Eve. He goes, yeah, I've heard of them. I said, okay, awesome. How about Abraham? He goes, no. I said, oh, okay, you don't, Noah? He goes, no. I was like, have you even had a conversation about Jesus Christ? He goes, I've never, until you mention them right now, no.
Wow.
So we start at Genesis and we go to Revelations in like 15, 20 minutes, the need for Christ and everything. And I asked him the question. I was like, all right, so this is the gospel story. This is why Jesus, look at this,
me
man.
too, baby.
Oh,
And
boy.
I'm getting hype, but I'm telling you, so I say, so that is the purpose for Jesus Christ coming to the earth, the necessity of that.
Yeah.
Apart from him, there's no way to get to heaven. I said, knowing all that, do you want him as your savior? Is this something you want? He goes, dude, I have been waiting for the past 15 minutes for you to just ask if I could get saved.
Yes.
Because
Come
yes,
on.
I want to get
Give me a
saved.
hallelujah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
man.
and me and Melissa, we just start laughing. We're like, well, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's get saved
That
up
is
in
so
here tonight. And
cool,
he was
man.
so hyped, and the angels, you could just feel it, the angels in heaven going crazy.
That's so cool.
So yeah,
Ah,
so
that is
I
so
applaud you
awesome.
for making sure he understood first.
Yeah.
But that's so funny. I've been waiting for you to get me saved, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, here.
And
let's
that's
do
what he
this
was
thing.
like.
You know,
about to start crying, tears in his eyes. He's like, dude, can we just do it already?
Yes.
Just
yeah.
ask me. I'm ready.
That
I'm
is
ready.
so
I'm
cool.
ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, man.
Yeah, great
Praise
story, Paul.
God
So yeah,
for you.
people, we are talking about what age should a child get a cell phone, and as we predicted, this has been a very hot topic on the live stream. People are commenting out the wazoo, and I mean, hey, I'm sticking strong. 10 age 10.
We're seeing anywhere from 10 to 16.
Yeah.
10 to 16.
Yeah.
That's when 16, like I said, is when I got mine. And this is, as always, this is morphed. And now we're talking about cell phones in general. And, you know, now I'm starting to think more about how many cell phones Americans go through. I mean, Lord, how many, Jared, how many do you think you've had in your lifetime?
In my lifetime?
Cell
Ooh,
phones.
Yeah.
and I'm old. I've probably had 30.
30? Good
Yeah,
gracious.
30
You really
cell
think
phones.
30?
How old are you? Like
Maybe
400?
not. Maybe
I'm
not.
sorry. I shouldn't have asked you.
30 cell phones.
It's 30 cell phones. No, I'm
Corey.
joking. No,
Oh.
I've had, I don't
Maybe
know,
not
probably
30.
a third of that.
Yeah.
So,
So-
you know, but good stuff.
That is
Good.
30 cell
Dude,
phones.
This,
cell
I
phones.
cannot believe the
What are you,
first
Methuselah?
hour is already is already gone.
Goodness.
Already gone. We got Priceless coming up next by For King and Country.
Yes. 30 cell phones?
I don't know, dude. I just made up a number.
Quick math in my head, and I was wrong. Obviously.
30 cell.
30 cell
You're a
phones.
monster.
Have you met my wife? Like, I got cell phones once a year, and then she dropped a couple in water. You know, I mean,
Oh, so I got a funny story.
oh, come on with it. Come on with it.
When I was in college, of course this happened when I was in college. I had a BlackBerry, and that BlackBerry met its demise when I got into the swimming pool. Got into the
Praise the
swimming
Lord,
pool
man.
and forgot that it was in my pocket. And I didn't like jump in. I eased into. I just kind of walked in. I was like, oh no.
You just.
Oh yeah, man. And there was no
Yeah.
saving. It was submerged for like probably 30 seconds.
Oh, wow, dude. That's
Even thought
terrible.
about it, and I was like, "Oh man."
Rice. Does that work?
I'm
I
just
don't
giving
know
some
that it-
hearts, man.
I don't know if it
I'm
would
just
have.
giving some hearts for that story.
It was a good
I'm
story.
fired up,
That's
man.
it was.
Praise
it
God
was,
for Garth.
It was
Do your story in the first segment
Okay.
because you know
That's a great
good
story.
Yeah,
yeah,
so that'll work.
very good story.
Man. Woo.
God,
Hey, so one time my uncle, I wish he was watching. My aunt and uncle, we went down to our families got together. We did this big cookout, and we were at one of the lakes in Tennessee. And so I still am close with both my uncles. My first uncle passed away a little while back, and we named my Sam after his middle name is Archie. So, and then my other uncle loved fishing, man. He was a great fisherman. Always had these really nice bass boats, like
Yeah.
high dollar. Would go out and do these bass tournaments and stuff. And him and I were just tight. So he's out there and he's fishing, and I'm like, I'm wanting to fish with him. And so it's just me and him. We're out there. We're not catching anything. We come back in and we go to dock the boat.
yeah,
So we dock the boat, and he's showing me how to tie it.
yeah.
So here I am, man, and I'm like, okay, well, if he's telling me to do it 3 times, I'm looping it like 5 times, right?
Right.
So he comes over there and he's laughing. He's like, hey, man, it's fine. Like, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Just chill out a little bit. So we go up top, we're talking, and I turn around and look, and this boat is in the middle of the lake. We're in the middle of the river, and it just drifted away. So I tied my ends good. He didn't tie his ends down good. And when he went back to undo my end, he didn't tie them tight because he didn't want it to be so tough.
Yeah.
So me and him go, and we go to jump in to swim out to his boat because it's a current, right? It's a river. It's going in the river. And we're like emptying our, that's the one time I remember almost jumping in with my cell phone. We pulled it out.
Gracious.
Swam out to the boat, got it back into shore, and we've laughed about it for 20 years.
Do you remember having to add your before iPhone back up, having to add your contacts one by one?
Yes,
by one?
when you
Oh,
got a new
yeah.
phone.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what
Oh.
somebody
Thank
said
you,
up here.
Jeremy. First day, baby.
Corey Falal threw that in there.
Hey, good morning, Grant Matthews.
Thank you, Jeremy, and yes, good morning, Grant Matthews. Yeah, I do remember that.
That took a while.
Yeah,
And if you wanted to text, you had to use the numbers.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And 0 was all of your
yeah.
It was all of your
all of your
punctuations.
Exclamation points, question marks,
The
periods, commas. Terrible.
I think I remember the first time they had that feature where you could upload. They just plugged it up
The
to
SIM
a
cards.
machine.
Well, the SIM cards. You know, they had the SIM
I
cards. you pulled
remember
out
one of my
yeah.
phones getting plugged up to a machine. And
Yeah,
they would do
at
it.
the store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy to see where cell phones have come, and really not that long of not
So-
that time.
Look, man, a lot of advances in technology. Why in the world are we still having to charge a cell phone?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, like,
Why do you think you shouldn't?
because they should. If we can land on the moon, we can figure out a way where my cell phone won't die in half a day.
Yeah, but even that has fuel. Like everything needs
You
some
know,
kind of something.
I'm
to make
talking
it
like
go.
put some solar panels on it. Do something. Come on.
Cars.
I'm tired of my phone dying all the time.
Cars still need batteries.
Yeah. Well, they're continually charged by themselves. You don't have to plug them into anything.
Yeah. No, they do. You have to change the battery out after a while.
Nah. Well, I mean, after a long while, but like 3 years, I'll change my battery out every 3 years.
What
on
do
my
you
phone.
want in a cell phone?
What did you eat this morning? You are so prompt. Like
I
you've
just don't know. I'm just saying.
You've made very good points
I think Jared is
that
not
are like
being
not
fair.
even non-debatable.
I don't know. Let me tell you something. I just had Greek yogurt and a banana.
My man, that's the problem.
You know,
I had
heard-
donuts.
So,
Dang it.
Thanks,
Irene.
I've also seen.
We love you too.
There's like.
Right.
There's some type of science between intermittent fasting, like there's some kind of hormone that's excreted in your brain that actually makes you a little smarter. We landed on the moon before cell phones, says Robbie Strayer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we have the technology, so I have one of my really good friends does not believe we landed on the moon, which will be a great topic one day. We'll talk about that one day.
Man.
Okay. Anyway, we're not debating that, but one of his key points is
He thinks
he
it's
can't get
conspiracy.
Wi-Fi at his house because he lives out in the woods, and he goes, "How can we land on the moon and I can't get Wi-Fi at my house?" So. It's funny, which made me think of that argument. You know, like we can land on the moon, but we can't have a fully charged cell phone
I gotta write this down for
because
generic.
you have watches. Watches when you walk, they'll self charge, right? They'll self wind when you walk. You have solar panel stuff that just
That might
is charged by
self-wind.
light. Man, I'm just telling you, man.
He's defending his point.
No, but watches
I am
don't. They
defending.
self-wind. They don't self-charge.
They do self. Dude, how do you think a watch keeps going? It keeps going without the
But
winding.
you're gonna
The
eventually
winding
have to
keeps it
change
going.
that battery out.
No,
Yes,
no,
you
no.
are.
The continuous motion watches, the nice one, the your really expensive high dollar ones, you don't ever have to change the battery out, man.
But here's the thing: you are charging the watch via motion.
Yes.
I mean, there's a better.
I'm not. I don't know much about those. What is those? They're expensive.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, they're very
expensive
expensive.
Yeah, no. I don't have no.
I see both points. I agree that we will probably always have a battery. I also agree that you won't have to charge it because maybe the sun will charge it. Maybe it'll have a solar thing.
Or the continuous motion thing. It's in your pocket.
Yeah, maybe. I will say that we went to Winterfest.
Thank you, Robbie. I agree.
The lunar module landed on the moon.
Yeah, the spaceship didn't land on the moon. The lunar module.
Right.
Robbie, thank you for that.
Whatever.
Hey, look, listen. There are watches that are charged kinetically.
Then that's what
That's
you're
what I'm talking
about.
about.
Well, yeah,
Kinetically.
but he used the word kinetically because that's
the
Bonner.
real
That's
world.
So let me
he's
ask you
very
this:
smart.
those watches.
I am pumped up today.
If that watch sits stagnant for a long time, what happens?
If it sits stagnant for a long time.
Here we go, Corey. Continue.
I'm curious. I don't know much about these watches.
So you have to wind it. You have
But
to
if
go.
it sits stack, so you can pick it up after it's sat there for like 6 months,
and the time won't be right.
But all you have to do is wind it and get it on, and get it on the right time, and it'll still work. That's interesting. I don't make enough money yet to.
You and me both, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just telling about other.
Jared charges kinetically.
Jared charges.
I do charge kinetically, man.
The more he moves, the more he moves.
Yes.
That's why I'm always standing up, man. I got that energy flow. You gotta have that energy flow, baby.
They are going places with it, and you'll know this to be true almost and immediately. So we took the youth up to Winterfest, and normally we rent vans from Enterprise.
Yes.
And the past few times they have gotten our order wrong, and normally we need about 3 vans.
Yep.
And we get there, and there was only 1 van, and I had 28 students, and
That don't work.
28 is not going to fit
That'll
into a
work.
15 passenger. So you know what they give us? because they didn't have vans available, but they gave us a black label Navigator,
Yes.
a $101,000 fully loaded, everything, a $101,000 vehicle to
God
take
bless Enterprise.
youth, teens up to Liberty University for Winterfest.
God bless them.
All that to tell you that when I took my Apple phone
And you set it on
and
there?
you set it into the cup holder,
Yep.
it charges
Yes,
automatically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a charging port where when you laid it on it, it charged.
So Brittany Tuttle that hopped on here earlier, she works for Enterprise, and that's how there was a couple times I got us a little hookup, and she took care of us.
Hook up.
Hookup, she took care of us. So that was her that was on like an hour ago.
It takes up to 30 days for the Kinetic phone, the Kinetic watch
I'm
to
just saying, man.
die.
There's got to be a better way. No yawning in here, Corey.
I'm sorry. I've only had 1 cup of coffee, which is pretty. Usually I'm at 2 by now.
But you've had Greek yogurt and banana.
Yeah.
That's fuel.
I'm wondering, man. I'm thinking like I probably should eat something else after. So you think, man, 6:30 is it's an early breakfast. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
You shouldn't go all the way 12:30 without eating something like a small snack.
Yeah, I didn't.
Some almonds.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Small snack almonds.
He was thinking hash brown.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. That'd
Um,
be so good.
My wife's gonna come pick me up. We're gonna probably grab something to eat on the way.
Tell
I
her
thought
show
about-
up early. They'd love to meet Liz.
Well, she has to drop off Lukester at
I thought
school,
about trying to get
at
breakfast.
preschool.
We got to record that. What you call it?
So
I'm confident that Robbie Strayer Googles everything before
Yeah.
he gets up there. He don't know. There's no reason for him to know the stuff he knows.
No, none whatsoever.
I don't know, man. He's been in here before. He's pretty quick-witted. He's like Corey. Corey knows
Hit
a
up
lot
some
of stuff.
protein,
Like,
Corey. Hit up some protein.
yeah,
Every 2 to 3 hours we should eat.
That's
if,
right.
If it's small.
I agree.
Smaller portions more often instead of a lot less
I
often.
typically do that.
I eat every 2 to 3 hours too, but it's probably not the way I should eat.
Yeah.
Because I eat like, okay, I had a cheeseburger. All right, now I want a taco. All right, now I want a pizza. All right, now.
Nick
No
just
burger.
spelled out Lunar
Module! So that's what we call Nick. Nick's last name's Lunardini. And so we call him, not we, one of our old bosses used to call him Lunar Module. They'd be like, hey, Lunar Module.
Oh man.
There you go.
Lunar.
So he knows.
I'm not
He
lying.
knows.
I never thought I'd see Lunar Module on our comment
I
section.
love it.
Lunar
Nick,
module.
Nick's got some kids. He's got 4 kids and 1 on the way. So Nick, what age should kids get? Do you think kids should get cell phones?
It was important back in the day because when you got a car back in the day, and you're going to remember this, it was, all right, call me when you get there.
Uh-huh.
And that was the phrase. When you had a car, your parents would say, all right, call me when you get there. Let me
Yes.
know you got there.
Absolutely.
And they might still do it, but they can at any point in time find out where you're at or, whatever. But the call me when you get there meant you had to get to the house phone. Or, have you seen the YouTube video of the kids trying to operate a rotary phone?
Yes.
They have no
Man.
clue how to
They
operate
got
it.
one of the small ones where
So-
that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Back in
Ooh, I love some string cheese.
I do too. I like mini Baby Bell
Oh, yeah.
cheeses. Listen, so back in Tarboro when I was little, we had one. We had a rotary phone. We had a rotary phone. Oh,
It's like, hey,
we did.
listen.
We did. We had a rotary phone, and I remember we got rid of it just when I was starting to get good at using it. And I was really young, but I remember getting on that thing and I was like, man, this is so cool, man. That's pretty awesome. We did, and it had the long cord that got all crinkled
That
up.
straight, that stretched
Yes,
the whole house.
yes,
Yeah.
Like the one in what's Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
yeah.
Where he-
I would always
You said
play
that-
with the crinkle cord and try and connect it while I was talking on the phone.
And house phones are now a thing of the past,
Yeah,
man.
they
My
are.
parents still have one, but I think not too long ago they were talking about getting rid of it.
It's unnecessary unless the
It
cell phone
truly
towers
is,
are out.
Man. I wonder how much it costs to have a landline now.
like those old. So
Like I don't.
you know what? You know what we lost with the loss of a landline? Those old scary movies where you'd be like, I heard something, and they pick up the phone and it's cut. They're like, hello,
Oh yeah,
hello.
you can't do that
Hello?
anymore.
Yeah. There
And
was
then
so
it
many.
flashes to the guy.
Yeah.
out there.
And even those, there's going to be a documentary done on
Documentary?
phones, cell phones,
Documentary?
landline phones.
Documentary?
Because you look at how much they've evolved. Documentary.
Documentary.
There's look at how much they've evolved, man.
Documentary.
Like it used to be cool to have a cool looking house phone. Used to be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's not.
Do you remember the phone that used to was clear on the outside and all different colors on the inside?
Yes.
That,
They'd even have lights.
Yeah, Corey was probably too.
I had a really
Well,
good thing, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, phones used to be in the 90s going up to early thousands.
Yeah.
2000.
Mhm.
Cell phones were actually getting smaller. The smaller the phone, the more awesome you were, the more popular you were, the smaller the phone. Because that's when they were flip phones, they were trying to make them smaller, because they went
That's
from the
true.
back, and it was all the way and you weren't cool unless you had a small phone. And then it hit the smartphone, and now it's bigger, and that's,
Now, yeah, I mean, it was like you had big, then it went small, now it's back to big. Like I really like this phone, but sometimes it gets, this thing's kind of cumbersome, man, to put in your pocket,
Yeah.
So, but it is what it is.
Cell phone
Yes, the clear phone.
cases.
I'm gonna look for that for.
Remember having a cell phone case on your waist?
Yeah.
Hey, there are some people who still have those.
Yeah, they're old. But yeah, cell phone. Yeah. Do you have one?
No.
Okay.
Jitterbugs.
Jitterbug.
What are we talking about?
Jitterbug.
Jitterbugs, man, for
The
the
old
ones
people.
for senior citizens, really
Yeah.
big numbers, so they can see and
it.
make
Mhm.
sounds. You don't know what that is?
Nope.
You don't know what
You
a
don't know what
jitterbug
that
is?
is, but you know what a self-winding watch is.
Yes.
What in the world?
So that's the old light up phone.
Ah, yeah, that's like '90s right there.
Yeah.
That's some
Yeah.
'90s action right
I
there,
used to have one of those.
man. That and yeah, man. There's a lot.
I mean,
there's a
dude.
lot.
Jitterbug.
I have
Phones, bro.
You're out of
Jitterbug.
control.
You've never.
No.
See,
No, but
man,
I mean, I believe you.
No, but you gotta.
I believe
it'll
you.
be stuck.
But and then you see the old movies.
They do,
man.
Robbie. They're $89. I just checked.
You see the old movies where they're using the earpiece and they have
Yeah.
to do this. That's man. I'm telling you,
Mike
man.
Rambo, how old was Liz when you let her get a cell phone? That's,
Come on.
Are you looking Jitterbug up?
Yeah, phone.
He might be. He's probably running and just listening to us while he runs. They do. I'm 100% certain they do, Robbie.
Jitterbug commercial. Here it goes.
Hey, JoJo dropped some knowledge too earlier. I don't know if we talked about it or not.
Simple is in. Everything
That's the
about
thing.
Jitterbug is simple. It has a comfortable keypad, a bright screen, a powerful speaker. It even eliminates background noise.
And no one else gives such personal service.
Jitterbug
Nobody
is
else
the friendly
what?
Just
cell phone
such personal
experience you've
service.
been waiting for.
I'd be happy to place
Is
a
that
call
new?
for you, Mrs. Kelly.
No, man, this is way old.
This is it. I'll add that name to your phone list. We're here to help 24 hours a day.
Jitterbug, bro.
Wait, you didn't get a cell phone until you were in college?
Jitterbug is the perfect gift this
I mean,
holiday
I can
season.
see your dad not buying you a cell phone, but
Service starts at just $10
I would
a
have thought
month.
you
Jitterbug
should
is
have
available
got
at
one
Best
for you.
Buy, CVS Pharmacy, and other fine retailers. Call our experts now.
I asked Mike how old Elizabeth was when he got her a cell phone. And he
Yeah.
said when she bought her own.
That's a wonderful answer.
I love it, man.
That's
He's
a very
awesome.
wonderful answer.
So
He's the
you-
best dad.
you see
He's
what-
awesome.
So JoJo Bonner dropped us some knowledge. He says, in the same vein of how old should your child be, is the direct correlation of how kids and people just don't know how to communicate in person anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Smartphones are helpful, but we have become too dependent on them. I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
I'll
concur,
tell you
Doctor.
this. One thing, and there's just like the phrase, there's an app for that. I feel like there are ways to make it a little better. Like now there's a feature, I get a weekly update for screen time
Yeah.
usage. And I have noticed, and actually I noticed it since I bought this. Sometimes
nice.
not a lot, but sometimes I'll leave this in the car. I won't need it because this does everything I need. So if somebody's calling me and it's really important, it's almost like a pager. I can either answer it here, or I can just be like, oh, it's probably not that important. Hey, are you okay? Okay, cool. And that's it.
And you can decline from your watch.
I've done it, and
Yes.
it's really nifty.
Yeah.
But because of that, I don't mess with my phone as much.
How much time
I got a minute.
But yeah, I agree. Bonner. We are too dependent on cell phones. Most definitely are. Oh man, I think I'm gonna show Blackjack some love today.
Hey,
Is there anybody else that I've already shouted out Blunt Street, haven't I? I did Simpson last time. Shout out Blackjack. I can't. You know anybody in Boco that I could shout out to that I haven't said anything? I always do Washington. I've done Chocowinity.
Boco.
Who opens
Bloods
one?
Creek.
That'd be Corey.
Cool, and we'll do
Either
your topic.
Grimesden or
whatever
Blackjack.
topic.
I didn't
Is
do
it ready to
Grimesden.
go?
Have
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I'll do Grimesden.
I love it, man.
All right.
Water bottles.
Water?
Have you noticed these sit a certain way and they work so much better when they do?
Dude, I love these headphones, man.
30 seconds.
I'm like, praise God for
Switching
$49
mics
headphones.
in 3, 2.
1. Farmville. Robbie said call out Farmville.
We don't reach to Farmville.
We actually just do.
Yeah. We don't, do we?
We do, but it's very. I wouldn't do.
Do Grimesden.
No.
We do, but it's on the fringe.
Good morning, Grimesland. Corey here with the Beyond Limits morning crew. Temperature has gone up 1 degree, 44 degrees outside currently. Hey, and guess what?
It's getting
High of 77 now
Love
expected.
it.
According
Wearing
to
my
the
flip
outlook.
flops today.
So yeah, it should be a very nice day. We hope you guys are having a great morning. We are just jawing it up here in the studio. And what are we talking about, Jared?
We're
Cell
talking about
phones
cell phones.
and kids. Yes.
Yeah.
Cell
Yes.
phones and kids. What age is appropriate for your child to have a cell phone?
And it's varying. I mean, we've talked
Yeah.
10, 11, 12, 16.
Yeah. I mean, you know, a good friend pointed it out to me. I think it's a fear that parents probably have now.
Mhm.
You know, he said, you know, we've become too dependent on cell phones.
That's
Right.
true.
So
agree.
I would have that fear of like giving my, you know, I said 10.
Right.
I'd have that fear of giving my child a cell phone at that age and then they're just becoming completely glued to it. You know?
Are you retracting your previous statement?
No, because I still stand by. I still think it's necessary because, hey, you can still monitor what they use
Yes.
on it.
Great
if they
apps
can
out
only,
there. Uh-huh.
Yes, if they can only call and text on it, and you can even limit who they call, and I think they probably can do who they text now.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's a bad thing.
Nope.
You
And
know?
you know what?
Safety features.
So I
too.
think sometimes our kids these days get a bad rap. You know,
Yeah.
we hear about all the bad stuff that goes on, and
Yeah.
and they're taking their cell phones and they're glued to their cell phones, or that's all they're using and that kind of stuff. But I read a story about a kid about a group of kids in Tennessee
Yeah.
that noticed a classmate who had been a victim of bullying.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah, he'd been a victim of bullying, and they noticed that he just hadn't been himself.
Right.
Right. And so they noticed those signs, and they wanted to make sure that they stepped in and intervened. Now, this kid who has been the victim of bullying they say he's a good kid. He's always helping the class pick up stuff. He's always the first one to check on somebody if they're hurt or if
Yeah.
they're not feeling well. But he just kind of wasn't himself, and they noticed that. They got together with the teacher and a couple of the other students in the class. And you know what they did, man?
What?
They went out and they bought this kid a new pair of kicks,
How about
a new
that?
pair of shoes,
Yeah.
Man.
some money. They give it to him. They said he started crying just to know that somebody cared, that somebody noticed. Dude, I'm telling you what, man.
Yeah.
That'll warm
Do you
your
know
heart
about
right
how
there.
old he was?
He was 15.
15.
Yeah.
Man, you know something? Even at that age, that's not super young, but it's still young.
It's-
So for him to feel touched that way and to feel
Yeah,
what
man.
it's like for somebody to have that giving spirit and know that somebody blessed him and him crying and shedding
I think
tears.
that
It's a good story.
the
man.
lesson there is this,
I like
guys,
that.
is that if you see somebody and they're not acting themselves,
Yeah.
if they're down, if you can tell they're hurting, if they're going through something, dude, just step in and say,
Yeah.
hey, buddy, how you doing? What's going on?
Yeah.
How can I help?
Yeah.
How, you never know what that person's going through. You never know what kind of impact you're going to have on that kid's life.
Yeah.
You just never know. Do the right thing. Notice people around you. Don't be on your cell phones quite so much.
Yeah.
Look up, notice people around you, and be kind.
Yeah. And that's one thing and I know that the message is much bigger than what you're talking about, but yeah, don't be on your cell phone so much. It's hard to do, man.
It is hard
Isn't
to
it
do.
hard to do?
Yeah.
But hey, we got those features. I feel like they're trying now. Like now I get a weekly update for how much screen time I use.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be. I'm really trying to break that habit of always being glued to
Somebody
the screen
actually
of my phone.
threw a bag phone in. And if you're listening right now, you're like, well, I had a bag phone back in
man.
my day.
And I had to be reminded what that was, man.
Yeah.
I
Didn't
didn't
know.
really know.
You
Yeah.
had to stick an
At first-
antenna on the
I got
top
a
of your
youngster
car.
and a hipster working beside me.
Well,
Yeah.
of course, I'm a visual, so when he shows me a picture of it on his phone,
It's a bag phone.
yeah.
It's a
Oh, I
bag
remember.
with a
Yeah, I've seen
phone
that in
it.
movies. I've seen that in movies.
Yeah,
you know.
who remembers? All the
Oh,
old
man.
people remember Hey, call me when you get there because all you had was house phones. That is crazy. We got a lot of old people apparently who watch. But right now, break those chains with Chain Breaker. Zach Williams. What's up, 40-year-old kids?
Hey,
40
Jared. Hey, Jared.
Corey is 28 and I'm not 40.
And I am. You're at my 40th birthday party.
40? Oh.
I'm 40 and I still have this much energy. What are you talking about, baby?
You don't
What
have
are you talking about?
You don't have a lot of gray hair though.
Why?
Why?
I don't know.
Oh my god. You got a little silver in the beard, but that's it. That's it.
I would love to be fully silver.
Yeah.
Silver Fox.
Silver fox.
Silver Fox.
But my dad,
Yeah, Mike. Aha.
Say all that again. I've been really good today.
You have been
only,
good
only
today.
one hiccup.
We were talking ages. Corey's 28.
Yes.
Paul's not 40. I am 40. And so Corey was amazed that I'm this old and still have this much energy and life and vigor.
Well, more so the
Let's go.
I get the comments late, so they're still now coming through saying switch mics. Yeah, hey, it was my fault. It was like 30 seconds. I'm sorry, guys. It was my fault.
This guy.
It is. So we switch when we're on the air. We switch to these mics so y'all can, so we don't have to yell and it gets really quiet up here. And then when we're off the air, in theory, I switch back to this mic.
In theory.
In theory, there's 6 total talking segments, and so far I've only missed 1 for 30 seconds. So, yeah.
You know what? I'll take responsibility for that because normally I say Yeti.
Yes, you are my. Hey, we're going with
The
your
Yeti.
topic tomorrow. You can't read that. I know. Jojo Bonner, we're going with your topic tomorrow. I love it. Name brand or generic. Don't comment now.
Don't comment now.
Don't comment now.
We
Save
need it
for
tomorrow. Right now we're talking cell phones.
that's
Yes.
serious.
So
right
Jared,
Name
how
brand or
old were
generic?
you
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
that's a good
you
one.
got a cell phone? Because Jared's not. He's still in high school.
Yeah.
He's a junior. He's got one semester. He's gonna graduate a semester or finish a semester early.
Mm-hmm.
But so how old were you when you got a cell phone, Jared? Oh, he's got to go.
and
Never
he's
mind.
leaving. Yeah.
Boo. School. So you gotta go to school.
Was it Billy Madison? School is for fools. Was that Billy Madison?
there.
That's such a great movie,
Yeah.
man. Billy Madison's a great movie about bullying and sticking together and
Yeah, that's funny.
oh, he's good because he peed in his pants.
Yeah.
He's the cool kid. That's great. That's great.
Told you, man. Adam Sandler's a real comedian.
Dude, he used to be.
Who were we
How
talking
dare
where you
you.
said wasn't?
He used to be.
What are you talking about now? Like, because he actually makes movies now.
Now
Directs
his
them.
He's
movies
made-
aren't that funny
He's
anymore.
made movies
How dare
forever.
you.
Like what movie? What movie isn't funny to you?
Like all of his new stuff's not funny.
You know something? I'll side with that. Like the was
Yeah.
it like which one was it? Daddy Daycare he did. Or
Oh, I thought
something?
that was decently funny.
You named one. Well, that's the one.
No,
I
no,
thought
no.
that Daddy Dicker was
But you know
funny.
something? He's made a few.
I'm looking him up right now.
movies that aren't really comedy based that are actually kind of good. There's a movie on Netflix
Oh.
called The Cobbler. There's like a shoemaker.
But that was supposed to be a serious movie, right?
It was. There was a few funny things in there.
All right,
Yeah.
so most
But
of
it was a
his
good
are
movie.
funny, and I think we can agree with that. So let's go. Waterboy, funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big Daddy, funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Little Nicky, I never saw
No,
that.
that was
That
kinda,
was
kind of
weird.
garbage.
That was-
All right, The Wedding Singer, funny.
I never really saw that.
I'd put it at 50. What?
I like
okay.
The Wedding
Can we
Singer.
do a 1 to 10 scale?
Okay.
And we just give that. Okay, Wedding Singer, I'd give 5 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay. All the Hotel Transylvanias.
I'd never seen them.
Oh, they're great. Like they're 7, 8 out of 10. Hold on, let me go. That one's not funny. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Totally.
What
totally
are you
messed this
doing?
one up, man. They started. Here we
Happy
go.
Gilmore.
They started listing movies that weren't his. Going Overboard, never saw. Billy Madison. That's
Billy Madison, I'd give it 8.
okay. Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, I'd give a 8.5 to 9.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty-
this is just this is not overall funny movies. It's just his funny movies.
Man.
His best being a 10, his worst
Yeah.
being a 0. I'd give it an 8.9.
Okay. What about Waterboy?
Yeah, man.
9.5. That's a
great
really
movie.
good one. Yeah.
Big Daddy.
6.5 to 7.
Yeah.
Okay. There's Little Nicky.
Yeah, never seen.
I'm skipping over some. Mr. Deeds.
I actually really like Mr.
Yeah,
Deeds.
Mr. Deeds was a
never really
great
saw
I'd give it an
that
8
much.
to 9.
Hey, what's up, Nicky? Punch Drunk Love. 8 Crazy Nights. I didn't see that one. Did y'all?
Mm-mm.
8 crazy. I don't know.
Anger Management.
That's with
Yep.
what's his
Jack
Nicholson.
Zach Nicholson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
all right.
7.5.
Yeah.
Yep. Skipping over a lot
It's
of
funny
these.
we're naming the same.
50 First Dates.
I never really saw
That's
that.
what-
That's a
Drew
good
Barrymore.
one. That's actually a really good one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
give it a
see, he's
8.
got-
8.
She's got amnesia, or he does.
She does.
Yeah, and so they keep going on the same date over and over and over and over and over
She
again.
lives in like Hawaii.
It's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
funny, man. It's really, really funny. That's right. The Longest Yard, that was a good movie.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I like the young.
That's the prison, right?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
The Longest Yard, man. Click, I didn't like that one at all.
No.
It's got a good moral. That
does.
wasn't
It does,
for,
but I don't like
which
it.
is kind of the moral we're going for with the cell phones, that you're trying to speed through your life and not really.
But I'm just telling you, man,
Being
there's a lot
observant.
of these that I'm skipping over that aren't funny. or
Yeah.
good. Jack and Jill,
Didn't see.
nope. Zookeeper,
Good. 8, 9, 9.
really?
That is a very good kids movie. Kevin James does good in that
Yeah,
one.
I never saw it.
I'll tell you what was good. Spanglish.
Just go with
But
it.
that
You
wasn't
like Spanglish?
It was all right. I thought it was all right.
What about
Um,
Just Go With It? Is that good?
I hadn't seen it.
Um.
He's done a lot of
Sorry.
movies. Wow.
Yeah, he
I'm
is,
telling you,
man.
man, he's got a bunch of them. Anyway, sorry. Cell phones. Should kids have cell phones?
Adam Sandler's funnier than Will Ferrell. Kids. should
Adam
have cell-
Sandler has produced more funny movies than Will Ferrell.
He's funnier.
So is it quantity or quality? Then that's the question. Because Will Ferrell produces less movies.
But has less
not funnier.
crappy movies.
Yeah.
According to
Old school,
garbage.
funny.
Garbage.
Old
Really
school,
funny.
Old school was funny.
It's really
Garbage.
funny, man.
Garbage.
Old school's really, really funny.
You'd have to go home and look up on
What
the internet.
age should kids have cell phones? 10, 11, 12, 16. We heard from a listener this morning that said 8th grade, which is what, like 14?
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure this out. What age do you think?
Bonner asks, remember 25 years ago, you'd have to go home and look this up on the internet, all the stuff, the movies and stuff. And 10 years before that, you'd have to use dial-up connection and pray nobody picked up the house phone.
That's right.
I do remember that.
Yep.
I actually can kind of, even though I was probably only 8 or 9 at the time, maybe a little older, 10, but I remember dial-up connection. AOL, man.
AOL.
When AOL was on the
You've got
scene.
mail.
Look, man,
Instant
I'm
messenger.
laughing just thinking about it.
Man,
just looking at these movies.
You had a username and the chat stuff,
Yeah.
and even my parents didn't like
This
me
is
getting on
awesome.
that. Man.
If somebody got on the phone line, like
Yeah.
somebody picked up the phone, you were losing your internet
So
connection.
I did. We saw Captain Marvel.
Can we not talk about Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah. All I'll say is that's not even a spoiler. Is it's just a lot of there's a lot of references to the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of good references to the 90s.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
our team, our crew does not want to be spoiled by
That's
it.
when it.
I still want to see it, but I have.
Well, I mean, if you
Dude, I
really
haven't-
wanted to see it,
You
you
would've
would have
gone.
seen it.
I haven't had a day off in 3 weeks. Today's my first non-Honda day.
Did you
in
have
3
Sunday
weeks.
off?
No, because I teach Sunday school and I teach a small group,
Sunday afternoon.
and I go to my parents' house.
Evening.
Well, then, I mean, you could have gone.
No.
I'm saying that you would have made time to see Captain Marvel if you wanted to. Yes.
No.
Telling you.
Hey, we're going to see a movie today that we're going to see the Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon.
You're not going to go see Captain Marvel?
I'm going with my kids. We're going to go see How to Train a Dragon. That one
I
came
went with
out
my
first.
kids to see Captain Marvel.
Well, that one came out first. How to Train Your Dragon. and we've been highly anticipating.
You see what's happening
The
here.
word for
we
today-
can't talk about Captain Marvel because he's going to go see
The
How to
word
Train
for
Your
today
Dragon.
is priorities.
Exactly.
It would appear, Joe Money, that Captain Marvel just wasn't important to Jared. Therefore,
I
he's
agree
not-
with 100%
Yes.
of what you're saying right
Yes.
now. So now we can't talk about Captain Marvel
Because Jared-
he refuses to go
Just
see
see
it.
Captain
I
Marvel.
don't refuse to go see it. I just
He chooses other things than it.
How to Train Your Dragon 3 in my family, in my household, takes priority over Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Not to me personally. Actually, it might.
I enjoyed Captain Marvel, very much so.
Absolutely.
Can we turn his headphones up and just have him so we can have an adult conversation
Dude,
here?
you can't have an adult conversation because there's people on our stream who haven't. Look at this, dude. Our streams. There are
watch
there are
this.
25 people who just clicked on here and said, "Hey,
No,
do not say
no.
anything about this movie."
No,
I'm not
let me
the
see.
only one.
Let me see who.
All of them.
No,
They're
none
all
of
over.
them.
They're all over.
0% of
I don't
people.
know what you're reading, but I'm reading this. All right, go ahead. Crank them
Tell-
up. Crank them all the way up.
Go see this. Go
All
see
right,
it this
go ahead.
weekend.
Talk about Captain Marvel.
It's we're not even talking about anything with the plot.
I
It
know.
has nothing to do with the plot. All I said was there was some 90s
See,
references.
look. JoJo said, "Don't do it."
This is
Now
baloney.
we cranking.
Hey, don't-
What
we're
did
not-
he say?
There's no spoilers. We're not giving any spoilers.
not
out.
giving any
Captain
spoilers.
Marvel
It's
talk.
not we're not gonna say.
I can't hear a
anything.
single thing they're saying. This is the most peaceful 30 seconds I've had all morning.
All of you people
Come on!
that are having this haterade moment because you ain't seen Captain Marvel, we're not, Paul and Corey are not giving away any spoilers.
Zero spoilers.
No plot.
I can't hear nothing
They're
now.
done.
Garbage.
Okay.
All
Hey,
we
so
did
Nick-
is say we're not giving away
No,
spoilers.
Hey!
Nikki Davis says.
Hey, CeeLo!
Nikki Davis says her.
I know who
son
that guy is. Hey, Teresian and LaPresti, I know who that is.
So Nikki Davis says their son is 8 and has a phone, but Sprint has a feature that they choose what numbers he can call and what can call him. So they limit like grandparents, siblings, that such. So when they travel, it's great. Which
Dude, I wish there was a way. Is there any way we can get? So
dude, I have friends like that. Like
I
you
work
guys.
with this guy named Danny Knock, or it's Knock,
Yeah.
Daniel Knock, and he has been sending me. He's been sending me videos, Snapchat videos of his daughter, his baby daughter, and it is hilarious. Can we show this? Like, can we put that on the
Yeah.
screen?
Um,
Is there any way to mirror it on the screen?
if you logged in on his computer or Joel had it, it could pop up behind us.
Well,
Or if you take this out and hold
So
their screen up.
my kids have cell phones. Y'all figure this out, and I'll keep talking.
for one thing,
My kids had cell
he's
phones
like
at 8.
He's funny in himself, and
No,
then
I
the kids just
understand.
looking like this, like
They had cell phones, but they're not. They're,
Like,
they're
I'm
not
not
a part of a
interested in this
plane,
right
so
now.
they're just hooked up to Wi-Fi. There are old phones. They're hooked up to Wi-Fi. They can text. They can call when they're at home. They can play games. They can do all that stuff. But when we travel,
that's so
we
funny,
usually
bro.
will do like a
Kids just
hotspot.
looking
Like
like-
one of our phones will do a hotspot so they can use theirs to play games and stuff. But it's awesome. I heard you say. I'm telling you what, man. I'm gonna find a movie and I'm gonna be the first one to see it that they want to see, and then I'm gonna come in here and tell them all.
You know what I'm
Lie,
gonna do?
man.
I'm gonna say, man, that's awesome. I definitely gotta go see it.
No, you won't. No.
Yes, I.
No, you won't.
But
All right,
you know something?
So,
I
here we go.
can appreciate the wanting to not want to be spoiled,
yes.
but maybe not as much. I'm the type of guy I can be told that and still I'll go see the. You talking
I
about,
won't
love
dude?
it.
I
Not me.
you talking to a kid? I went and saw Avengers Infinity War 4 times.
Oh yeah, not me.
Yeah.
4 times.
No, not
like
me.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Same
know, so
concept, Dickie.
I can, and then sometimes stuff gets leaked on YouTube
Yep.
from a movie
Yep.
I don't
that I
watch.
haven't seen.
I don't
I'll watch it.
Not me.
You know what I'm saying?
Not me. I don't even want to watch it. If I know what's gonna, I don't watch movies more than once.
Now, don't get me wrong. I would prefer not to. I'd prefer not to, but
Most movies I don't watch them more than once. So, The Ladies Man, funny.
The Ladies Man. Now that's a remake because Jerry
Yes.
Lewis had The
Yes.
Ladies Man back in the day.
That's right. Old School, funny. Elf,
Yeah.
funny.
Elf.
It's funny.
Can we agree? Elf is funny.
1 minute.
I've never
Anchorman,
seen it in
funny.
entirety. I don't think.
No,
yeah, I've
no,
never
no!
seen-
Do not
I
look up
haven't,
the ending first. Oh my goodness!
You've never seen the Elf? Wolf Elf? Oh.
Robbie says he didn't know I was so old. I don't know what I did to say I was old.
Group date for Endgame. Yeah, no, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah,
there.
man.
Am I opening?
Yes, you are. And I have the story about the donuts.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, Romeo, let's
I'm gonna
go
pause.
down to
So don't-
Mexico.
I know that it's me, but I'm going to be a slight pause to start.
Ooh.
Oh, are we on?
No.
Sorry. I was texting my daughter, my 8-year-old daughter.
That's pretty good.
So we're talking this morning about cell phones. What age should your kids have cell phones? And we've heard from a lot of y'all as young now as 8, and on our live stream as old as 14.
Yeah.
So that's a good age range we got going on there.
Yep.
Man, it's
I'm
been
stuck
a fun
at
morning.
10, man. I think 10's the magic number.
Yeah,
10.
So
How
my
old
kids are 8 and my kids are 9 and 10 right now, and they both have cell phones.
They do?
Yep.
There you go. How old's Noah?
11.
11. So right
11 years
around
old.
there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think it's a solid age. And there's huge benefits from it. But I would definitely monitor what they're able to do on it. The capabilities,
Right.
the texting, the apps that they have, access to, because all that stuff can be troublesome.
Producer
Joel.
Yes?
How old are you?
18.
18 years old.
Oh man.
Our producer Joel does a phenomenal job,
Yes, he
by the way.
does.
So when you hear music, it's because he's cutting it on and off and making things happen, making us sound good. When did you get a cell phone?
Pretty sure I was 12.
12?
12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
12, yeah.
Did you have any stipulations
Yeah.
on
As
your
far as what?
like? Did your
Like
dad?
restrictions?
Yeah, restrictions.
No.
No, you could call, text, you could access the
Mhm.
internet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
you just that's why we call you Money.
Could you tote it to school?
Joe Big Money Jones. There you go.
Could you tote it to school? Could you take
Well, I
it?
was
To school?
homeschooled, so
So yes,
there you
the
go.
answer is
House,
yes.
yeah.
He
My
could
kids
take
are
it to school.
homeschooled
There
too,
you
so
go.
that's
So-
it's kind of the same concept.
I tell you, so I had the old flip phone. That was my 1st phone, but my parents did have a stipulation. We had to put the phone on the table at 9 p.m. every night.
Okay, we do no texting after 8.
Yeah,
So that's common.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
Donuts.
yeah, donuts. Did
Yeah,
you say
I
donuts?
did.
Someone say
Oh,
donuts.
Liz,
Hey,
if you're listening, bring me some donuts.
how about 75,000 of them?
7.
75,000
That's
donuts.
a lot of dough.
Yes.
Okay,
I love
so-
me some donuts.
Tyler Carrot from, let's see, not exactly sure where he's from, but hey, he's from a lot of places because you want to know what? He has delivered 75,000 donuts in 41 states.
41 states.
But it's not
How?
just that. He's doing it for police officers.
Yeah.
Now, this all started, he got the idea when he was in a donut shop, and he asked his parents if he could use his allowance
Yeah.
to buy donuts for
And, then,
four
so that's how he
officers.
started.
Yeah, it just started, just went by storm. So now he's just delivering donuts all over the place. He's only 11 years old, man. You know, and he's donated 75,000 donuts to law
That's
enforcement
Can
officers.
can we give a shout out right here at 8:36 on March 14th to not only him but cops in general? 'Cause
Absolutely,
a
man.
lot
Yes,
of our
thank you.
audience is cops, and y'all have to get like I don't even know how you turn on police officers, how you turn on the news
Yeah.
today because we love you guys.
Yeah.
We
It's-
love you guys.
Yes, we do.
It's
And
very
girls.
it's very easy
ladies.
to get bogged down in all the negativity. In fact, I was just talking about this to somebody the other day. You know, the every time you turn on the news, people are just really pushing bad news and negative news,
Yeah.
especially
You're
about
right.
cops.
Yep.
But I would vouch to say, man, there's more good news out there. You just don't hear about it.
Yeah.
I really think that. I think
By
there's more good.
Far.
There are way more good things that are happening.
Cops getting out of the cars, playing basketball with kids and everything. You'll
Yeah.
see it on Facebook, but you hardly ever are you going to see it on national
That's
news
right.
anymore because bad news sells, and that's horrible. But that's why I love
The show. Yes.
because you know what? We're celebrating law enforcement, and that
We're
just went like that.
celebrating good stuff.
Yes.
Love them.
We're
First
all about the
responders all around.
positivity.
Absolutely. God
Always.
bless America.
All about the positivity, guys. Guys, one more segment coming up. This is this last hour.
Blind
Don't
by.
forget, hop on that live feed. Let us know what age you think a child should have a cell phone. We'll be right back. When Mandisa comes on after a segment,
You feel good, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's just like it pops. As soon
Yeah.
as it closes, like, well, I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
she's here.
Joel did good.
Yes.
Good job, Joel.
Joel.
I love bragging on Joel. Joel makes things
Joel,
happen.
buddy. Yeti.
I did it immediately. See, I'm normally on it. I can't use always. It's very exclusive of something I don't do. I feel like we do this every day. Do you turn your mic enough a lot where it turns like
Well,
that?
because it's up higher, there's more weight that carries it down, and so when I'm not talking, I move it this way.
That's a lot.
And
Cool.
then when I am talking, I move it this way.
I don't know, man, but I'm glad we finally
Look
got
at
it
Nikki
fixed.
Davis.
Because they sound great, man.
Nikki Davis is.
I love that girl.
You'll see. It's gonna pop up on your live stream
I love that girl.
in like
She's the
10
coolest.
seconds. You'll see it. How cool is that comment? Thank you, Nikki Davis, for that.
Yes.
Share this video. It's such a great way to start your day with positivity. Thank you, Nikki Davis. That's good stuff.
We have a good time,
We always do.
and it's important with all the junk that's out there.
Yeah.
All the
It is important that you. So, I won't delve too deeply into this because I think we're going to talk
Did
about
you
it
just
one
say
day.
delve?
And it's funny because I looked at you as soon as he said Dell.
He said delve. Nobody else says delve but me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. You can say it.
Can I?
Say it now.
Because
Okay.
yeah.
So we'll delve deeper into this at a later time.
There you go. We
But-
made a huge deal when Corey used it it was like episode 88, 87. Corey
Let's
said
delve into this devotional.
for the first time.
Delve. Reach inside a receptacle and search for something.
Yeah. We'll reach in and look and search for it later. But your mind, anyway. We'll dive deeper into this subject later, I
I'm
believe,
telling
because
you,
it's
man.
something that's near and dear to my heart. But your mind goes where you tell it to go.
Yes.
And so if you, it's like this. And
No, I'm
again,
telling you, man.
Again, and
He's preaching
I
right
am.
now.
Yes. If you buy a white vehicle, a white Honda Accord,
Yeah.
when you're driving down the road, I promise you're going to notice every white Honda Accord
Yep.
that's driving down the road. Why is that? There's a part of your brain that goes and searches for ways to confirm a decision that you made. So when you start to fill your day with positivity,
Yes.
your mind says, okay, he's trying to be positive. Let me go and find other positive things out there, and it's going to bring him straight to your mind.
Yep.
That's what it does. Same thing with God. When you start talking about how good God is,
Yes.
and you start looking at things that God's doing that's good, and you start filling your mind with God things,
Yes.
then everything that you see, you start looking at in a different way. Man, God is so good. I'm so thankful that he allowed me to get a parking spot this close in the pouring rain. Man,
So
God
glad
is
you
so
didn't
good
hit the
here.
microphone then.
Man,
That went
so-
to my mind.
Woo, sorry.
You're right. There
I got going.
there's
Woo.
a saying, and I don't know if it's biblical or if it's spiritual or not, but it's still positive, and it goes right with what you're saying.
Say it.
Your mind, I don't know what word for it, I'm trying to remember it, but it's basically, it's your mind will believe what you feed it,
Yes.
fill it with positivity.
It's called a reticular activator.
Yeah, you got it.
Reticular
So,
activator.
You know,
I'm pretty
if
sure
you
that's
keep,
what it's
if
called.
you know,
Garbage in, garbage out.
yeah, I'm telling you, man, that's good stuff.
That is
That's
good
very good
stuff.
stuff.
And it's a topic that is near and dear to
Because
my
that's
heart.
that's the entry point for the enemy to do all his mischief.
Boom, man.
Your mind,
Right between here.
your mind,
Yep.
your brain.
Yes.
I'm serious. Like, I'm not your brain. Like, the devil will come up in there and fill it with all kinds of
Yes.
terrible
Start
thoughts.
your day off by saying, "Oh, this
try
is
to
gonna
make
be a
you
bad
believe
day.
that you're worthless and that you're a screw
Yes.
up, or or
And it'll start early.
Yes.
It'll start early.
It
You'll
will.
wake up in the morning.
God,
and
yes.
If he can infect this, your day's shot
Yep.
unless you
Done.
can overcome it.
I'm telling you, man. That's the truth. That is the truth.
So you
gotta be able
You wake
to-
up in the morning and something goes bad, and you're like, "Oh, today's gonna be horrible." Then your mind starts going. Everything that pops, oh, that's bad.
It's
Yeah,
just
you're
negative,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
There has
you're
to
right.
be a
Yeah,
silver
you're right.
lining for
Yeah,
every
you're right. But if you
single
say,
thing.
"Yeah, you know what? It's not gonna be that bad. I'm gonna overcome it,"
That's
and
right.
I fall into that trap sometimes too.
It's
And
hard
they're
to
like,
do sometimes.
Boom,
yeah.
boom, and I'm like, "Dang, this
Very
is gonna
hard,
be
man.
terrible."
Good stuff. That's a good word.
That is a topic that is near and dear that I would love to just
Delve into.
expand
Delve into.
upon.
I think
one
Joe
day.
Bonner got upset
I saw
about
that.
that.
Did
Yeah,
all-
Bonner, did have you ever said delve? I don't know. I've just never really. I can't remember the last time you said it. Have you ever said delve? Answer us and let me know on the live feed if
Yes,
you can.
it
If you're
does.
still looking.
Positivity follows positivity.
Positivity breeds positivity.
Positivity breeds positivity.
Nikki.
That's what I said.
Nikki Davis.
I know. I was repeating what you said.
I don't know if
It
you've
was
done
good.
this yet. We would love it if you would. This would be awesome. And everybody else watching, this would be really awesome. We're at 21, so this would be cool. Click on our page. And underneath of our picture, there's that little slidey thing where it says videos, photos. Slide it one space to the right, and it's going to say community. Tap on community, and then tap on invite friends, and then just go through the list.
Absolutely.
That helps us spread the word, because we have to pay money for if we're going to get Facebook to advertise for us or sponsor us.
Yeah.
That costs money.
Absolutely.
And we're
Nothing's free in this
self-funded.
world.
Yeah.
Nothing's
So
free.
you're doing it for us, and it helps us grow and expand. And the more we grow, we're able to get lights like these, which make us
I'm
brighter.
really fired up, man.
Hey,
Fired up. It's okay to get fired up
There's
in
nothing
here.
wrong with
This is
that.
the final segment
Fired up.
It's
coming
getting warm in here, young man.
Love it.
No.
Love it.
No.
Yes. I
Joel?
love it.
Adore it.
Almost 23.
Hey, Joel's going to speak to my youth
Thesaurus Corey strikes again. What did I say? Delve?
know, man.
Delve, probably.
But dude, you're a pretty
Hearts. Hey, we're not touching the hearts yet.
Look at all these
We're
hearts.
getting hearts.
I feel like I'm back in Chaco when I was asking for them, and now they're giving them all. Look, we're getting flooded. Oh, Lord. Look at all these hearts and these likes.
It's a big one, Elizabeth.
It's a big one. It's a big one. Oh, Lord.
Now, there's two of y'all. I feel like I'm the only sane one in here at
Dude,
many times.
This is, I mean, this is
You just
like
gotta get hyped,
the
baby.
best place to be. Faster 2 hours on radio.
That's
Positive
the
and
best place to
encouraging
be.
music.
Right, smack that. What a God wants you.
Oh, my God.
He goes to a weird spot.
Oh, I can be weird, baby. Tell
Yeah.
him, Lizzie Beth, I can be weird.
Man, what are they doing?
Oh, man. I feel like we're going to get you so pumped up one day. It almost just happened. And you're just going to say something, and there's going to be no language, no linguist on earth that can interpret what you just said.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, yes, that's what it's just going to be.
Tell
I'm
him.
telling you.
Right.
Come on, Joel, help me out.
What? There's
out,
somebody that did that. I don't know
Joel's
if it's from a movie or what. Joe knows what I'm talking.
Joel's a tired Terry this morning.
Yes,
Did you
bro.
stay up late last night?
With
Yeah.
that Patagonia on. Hey, that boy's slick. I don't know if she found that funny or not. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
know she does.
That was
She
upset
thinks-
like you, man.
Hey, she thinks I'm weird too.
There's something.
There are some days Elizabeth goes, "What in the crap was I thinking?"
Text Joel Jones. Why don't you come join us on the live stream, bruh?
Here's your message. Ready to send. Okay.
So there was a guy and I played football with in high school, and every time we'd come back to the
Here,
huddle,
dude, come over here, man.
every time we come back to the huddle, man, his
Pull
name
over
was
here.
Cedric, and
Was he an entertainer?
no,
Yeah, that.
but he had that.
Welcome, Joel. Hey, real fast. Everybody,
Welcome,
welcome, Joel.
Welcome,
to the
Joel.
live
Joe
stream.
Money Jones. But no,
Yes.
he would come back to the huddle and he'd be tired. So when he got tired and excited, he wouldn't stutter.
See,
He would
it's
just
easy.
he wouldn't be able to like enunciate everything.
Tap that.
And he'd come back to the huddle and ask him a question like, "Man, Cedric, did you pick up that block?" He'd be like, I tried to get him in." Like that. And that's exactly what that just reminded me of, dude. It was so funny, man. God, he would do that.
Goodness
We would
gracious.
laugh,
Cool.
man, in the
I
middle of
wish
a
there was
game.
way
It would be
that
so funny.
You could keep them cycling so they automatically go up there.
Golly, man.
But
What a day.
Yeah, man.
This has been awesome.
It has, man.
What a great
You
topic.
know what I love, man, is it, people listen, they get encouraged, but we get encouraged too.
We get encouraged by them. You're
Yeah.
right. 100%
We
right.
get up out of here, man. Your day is just off to a whole much better
and
start.
we learn what age our kids should have cell phones.
Man,
So, it's
dude,
not too late. What time? We
have
got
it's not too late.
oh yeah,
we got about 20 more minutes left.
We gotta mention.
What age should kids get cell phones? Mention what, Corey? Sorry.
No, you're good. The Revive Conference, man.
Rud. Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Hey,
bro.
Revive Conference tomorrow.
Hey, we'll be there.
We have got to have that, guys. We'll be there. Beyond Limits will be there Saturday, right?
That's right.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Two speaking parts on
We'll
Saturday.
be speaking,
We'll be there.
and it's gonna be awesome,
Handing
man.
out shirts.
Yes, handing out shirts, playing games, having a good old time,
Yeah.
worshiping the Lord. Amanda Paramore, I say if we get to 50 followers live, Corey has to skydive. No!
No.
Yes,
I will not agree to that.
I will agree to that.
I won't.
I agree for Corey.
I agree
He's
for
not the
Corey,
one that
too.
be jumping out of a plane.
I would jump out of a plane.
No.
Let's tandem together.
No, bro.
So I'll strap myself.
I got
Like
Joel.
that.
Joel.
Joel has.
Come on, Joel.
Covers his mouth. He's
Come on,
like,
Joel.
I don't want to laugh at that. Here's the deal.
Me and you.
If we
and
get
Corey and Paul.
If we get to 50 live viewers at the same time, at any point in time during any show, I will find something on the black market to drug Corey.
No, bro.
Okay.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
We'll get him in a plane.
Yep.
I'll strap myself to him.
This will not happen.
And then me and Corey will jump out of a plane. Jared and Joel, we're all going to jump out of a plane together. But Corey will be strapped to me.
No, we ain't
Episode
doing
100. I don't even know where to get, like, black market, make Corey, like, go unconscious for 30 minutes. But when you wake up, you're falling, and you'll enjoy it.
I'll rappel before, Bonner, I'll rappel before I jump out of a perfectly good airplane. We ain't having that.
How much time we got?
I ain't doing
Like
that.
that.
45 seconds.
How long?
45 seconds to the last one, man.
Wow.
It rolls, man. Oh, I opened this one.
Hey, yeah, open it and talk about the daddy-daughter thing.
That,
The dress.
oh, yeah. I
No.
don't know if we have
Yeah,
time.
we got it. I mean,
I'm going to open it, and I'm going to run right into it,
Yeah.
but it's going to be super fast. I don't even know his name. Ricky Smith. Yeah, his daughter. 36.
Oh, Lord!
Pittsburgh. Robbie Strayer.
Sucker! You call it a sucker.
So this dad up in Pittsburgh.
great.
Up in Pittsburgh. He's 36 years old. He works 3 jobs. He works 6. His normal average work week is 6 out of 7 days.
Wow.
He's a single dad. He's doing all he can, and he's got this daughter. He's working McDonald's, Popeyes, and Circle K. 6 out of 7 days. He's putting in so much time. Single dad, and his daughter. He wanted a dress for a particular dance, and it was going to cost $200. Wow. And she just assumed that they didn't have the money for it.
Right.
But he heard her talking to her friends about it, and so he starts pulling overtime, which for this guy, overtime is significant when you've only got one free day.
Yeah.
And it's on Facebook. I want to say it's on YouTube also. But he shows up when she's eating one day at the cafeteria with the dress that she wanted.
Man.
And it was only $200, and like she just starts crying because she knew they didn't have the money for it.
Yes.
But he went and did it anyways. He worked the extra hours, and it just meant so much to her.
Yeah.
Something so small to us is just significant.
Well, you know, so much to her, obviously, and so much to him, too, to be able to get that for his girl.
This story gets me all up in my feelings.
Yeah, man. God, that is good. I love hearing about stuff like that.
Me too, man. Because, you know,
good
we
stuff.
have daughters.
Yeah,
Paul, you have a
we do.
daughter. I
I
have
do
a
have a
couple
daughter.
daughters. And
I don't have
man,
a
I would
daughter.
do anything. Hey,
Go ahead, get yourself one of them.
Yeah, we're going to wait a little while on that one, partner. But, yeah,
I would
good
do
stuff.
anything for my daughter, man.
Yeah.
Or my sons. But
Yeah.
I would, you know, just that.
It's just different with a daughter. Yeah.
I'd
Oh,
imagine
that's
being
funny.
able to, you know, make your kid happy, man. That's
Mhm.
pretty awesome. to
I'd
be
even
able
get
to
my
do.
daughters a cell phone at the age of 7.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On the
If that's
way
what it
coming
took.
here this morning, they were upstairs getting ready. I walked out the door. I said, "All right, bye guys, love you." And Paisley's little voice, I guess she was the only one in the hallway, said, "Bye, Daddy, love you." I was like, I don't want to leave.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah, daughters are cool.
Yeah.
They are cool.
Cell phones are cool.
Hey, are they going to be at the Revive conference?
No, because you know they're going home because kind of running it. We wouldn't be able to watch them or
Yeah.
anything. So
That makes sense.
either
Hey.
way,
But I guess you know who will be at the Revive conference?
Who?
you
Beyond Limits.
Beyond Limits.
Beyond
We'll
Limits.
be
is gonna
there.
Be there Saturday.
Yes.
Whole lot going on. It's from 10 to 5, right?
So yeah, Saturday is from 10 to 5. Tomorrow night, Friday night. If y'all hadn't gotten your it was your girlfriend. If y'all hadn't, somebody they're wondering on air. Deani,
Yep.
Corey's girlfriend, just walked by the door and waved. If you hadn't gotten your Revive conference tickets, and you're like, if this is first you're hearing about it, it is 6th to 12th grade. Dealing with everything from anxiety, depression,
Yes.
to dating
stuff.
relationships for only girls. Women speakers for those topics, breakout sessions. 6 to 12th grade. Get your tickets at itickets.com. We still have a few available. The food is covered. There's a ton of free stuff going out there.
Praise God for Papa
You could
John's.
drop them off. But it is 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock tomorrow night. And then on Saturday, it is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., ending with a concert by Liberty Worship Collective. Thanks for mentioning that,
No, man,
I almost
absolutely,
forgot.
because that is a huge event. That's like a huge retreat.
Yeah.
That's a big Christian retreat
Yep.
right here local where kids from all over can come and talk about those things you mentioned.
Yeah.
Those are big
They're
troublesome
huge today,
things
yeah.
that people deal with, and they need to know that Christ is there for them.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I can't think of a better way to attack those things.
Yeah.
You know,
iTickets.com.
absolutely.
Pick 'em up.
Get 'em.
You know, we've been talking positivity,
Yes.
encouragement all day. We've been talking kids. We've been talking cell phones, and
Yeah.
and the Revive Conference is just another way
Yep.
to get that positive message out there, that encouraging message out there. We've had a great morning.
We
Thank
have.
you so much for joining us
We love you guys.
online on 98.3 The Bridge. Stay tuned. Kevin and Taylor coming up next.
Boom. Maybe the best show we've done.
Solid show, man. Yeti.
Maybe the best show that we have
Well, I feel
done
like we have a
as
lot
far
of
as
those.
content and going.
We have a lot of those, man, and that's good. If we're always raising the bar, that's the way to do
That's
it.
right. Hey,
So good.
So are we gonna get together at any point and figure out what we're gonna do Saturday for?
I gave him a book
Yeah.
today, and it has 6 it's a ton of different games.
And one of them are so simple. Like, I think I'm already thinking about doing the little sword fighting one with your finger that I
Yeah.
did with them. That was
You
pretty
remember
fun.
that one from the conference, right? Yeah.
I mean, that was fun.
So
Simple.
we're giving away. There's going to be a ton of people giving away a ton of things at this
Yeah.
conference. Whoop! We're one of them.
Yeah.
Beyond Limits is giving away 25 shirts. 25 shirts. But it's, to win a shirt, you got to play a game. So it don't cost you
Play.
anything. You got to win.
Win.
Yes.
Win to
Yeah.
play. No, play to win.
You just spit on my P key.
I did.
Yeah, I watched it.
Huh.
There it goes.
What's
Well,
going
that's
on,
awesome.
Jared?
How are you
Spitting
doing?
and stuff. Suffering
I know,
succotash.
I don't normally.
Don't say suffering succotash.
I'm not normally a spitter.
Well, you did. I mean, I don't
I'm
know
not
what to say.
denying it. So last night we're driving home. Elizabeth went and picked me up from Honda yesterday because I don't have my demo anymore now. And so we had we're driving home, and Madeline in the back seat, she goes, "Oh my gosh!" Well, we don't let them say "gosh."
Yeah.
So I go, "What'd you say?" And she goes, "Oh my goodness." I go, "That's not what you said." "Yeah, it is." "No, ma'am, it's not." "Yes, it is." And Elizabeth goes, "Madeline, I heard you. You did not say 'oh my goodness.'" And she's like, "Yes, I did. You just must have heard me wrong." So then Isabel's like, "Madeline, you didn't say 'oh my goodness.'" And so we argue with this girl for 5 minutes. She's like, "No, I didn't. I did not say that." And I was like, "Okay, you know what, Madeline? Until you can come to your senses, and you're grounded. You're grounded from your phone. You're grounded from your bedtime is now 8 o'clock." She's like, "For how long?" And I'm like, "There is no how long.
Yeah.
Forever, or until you come to your senses."
Yeah.
And we have a conversation about it. So she's like, "Okay, I said it. Can I be grounded now?" And I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a conversation." So last night we're sitting there, and she said, "All right, Dad.
So Jason,
I know that I said, 'oh my gosh.'
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry."
this is before bedtime.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So I was like, "All right."
That is
So
cool.
That's good.
she's like, "Am I still grounded?" I'm like, "No."
You're gone next Tuesday and Wednesday,
Yeah.
and you're gone
Tuesday.
just Tuesday.
Should be just
So
Tuesday.
Wednesday, hopefully, and he just texted me, the pastor from Ignite,
Mm-hmm.
Jason Lineberger,
Yes.
is trying to make it happen. And when I say trying, it is because he's got kids.
Yeah.
The only reason he hadn't been on, he's got kids that have child care issues.
Sure.
That time, I mean, if you're gonna have child care, it is that time and it's late at night. So he just said, "Hey, thanks for the advance notice," because that's how he said, "You give me enough notice, I'll be able to." So hopefully next Wednesday, Jason Lineberger, for all our Ignite fans out there, and followers and churchgoers out there, will be on the show with us.
Awesome.
That'd be awesome.
That dude is like 5'6" of nothing but energy.
Really?
Have you met him?
I used to go to church there.
Bruh.
So it's probably a good thing that him and I are not going to be in the studio at the same
I
time.
don't think that you, him, and Corey can be in the same room.
Oh boy.
at the same time. Like y'all would start punching holes in the walls and stuff. You'd be doing karate.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's got energy, but I mean it's good. He's super
Jiu-jitsu.
positive.
We'd
It's
be
really
doing
good.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. So that's Wednesday, and somebody else who's checking their schedule for Tuesday, because I'm looking for people on Tuesday, is the mayor.
The mayor.
Mayor P.J. Conley is trying to make it happen. Both of them needed advance notice because their schedules are all over the place. Yeah. So the mayor will be hopefully here on Tuesday.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's
That'd be
do it,
awesome.
bro. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
I hate I want to miss that.
Yeah,
I'd like to hang out with the mayor.
I won't be here Tuesday for that, but that'd be fun. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
The mayor.
I wonder, hey, maybe he could get you the day off. Put that through. Put the paperwork through.
I'll
Yeah.
see.
He is
And
the
that's a decree from the mayor.
National Corey Day.
Yeah, National Corey Tuesdays.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's good stuff. I'm excited.
Yes.
It's very good.
Diversity.
131 likes, 147 hearts, 33 laughing emojis, and 3 emojis. Very good job today, guys. We
Yes,
need
it's
y'all
been
to
a
share.
Great show. We appreciate you guys.
We do.
We love yous.
We're waiting for Corey. When Corey gets back, we're going to end it because Corey has always got something fun to say and exciting to say.
Always.
But Corey always has to go to the potty
All right.
Hey,
at the end.
I'm back.
He's back.
Close
We're-
this thing
yeah,
out.
We are.
that's what we just said.
I am back, guys.
He is back.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Great show as always. We love you all. Best listeners and viewers ever. I say
Yes.
that. Said it before. I'll say
Yep.
it again. You guys are awesome.
Come on.
Tune in tomorrow morning. It's Friday. Tomorrow.
Friday!
Tomorrow. Fun Friday. Kickoff of the Revive Conference and a great weekend. We love you guys.
Tomorrow we're talking name brand versus
generic.
generic.
That's going to be good.
That'll be good.
Absolutely it is. So, yeah. Stay tuned.
We're looking at you.
I know you are. I'm telling him because if he comes on on Wednesday, it'll be with us, so he can come on in the second segment. And he don't have to be here for the first,
right.
so that's perfect.
Good deal.
He's, Revive Conference. They were
get it.
right. That's perfect. As far as the page goes, share the page, man. It means
Share it.
so much to us when we see the new people come, and we're about to cross over 1,500
Yes,
followers.
That's awesome.
We're at 14.
Awesome.
Like 81, 82. So we're within 18. So you might be the one that crosses us over the 1,500
If you
mark.
haven't already liked it.
So,
What in the world is wrong with you?
so please, yeah, share it out.
Peace.
Yep.
Love. Grace.
We love you guys.
See ya.
Love you.
We'll see you.
Be easy. Have a great day.
Bye.